Hover.com, domain names made simple. Go to gfq.hover.com and get 10% off your entire purchase.
You're listening to the GFQ Broadcasting Network. Check us out at gfqlive.tv.
Lunatic Radio. Lunatic Radio. Lunatic Radio. This is Lunatic Radio.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Kieran McCann's Lunatic Radio with the Andrew Zarian.
The Andrew Zarian. Wow.
Word up. What was I saying last week? Zarian?
Zarian.
It's Zarian, everybody.
Yeah.
Number to call in, 646-233-4045. Hello, everybody out there on the West Coast. Just waking up, getting our coffee ready. World's coming to an end, people. You know this.
Couple months.
When a silent film wins Best Picture at the Oscars. We don't need dialogue in movies anymore. And apparently, Andrew hates NASCAR. That's what I figured out before the show.
Yeah, I went on a rant about it.
And you were going to start, if we had any, any listeners, if you said NASCAR sucks, like you were talking about before the show,
listen,
I have plenty of rednecks calling into this radio program.
No, they should call in and explain to me why they like grown men driving around in circles.
Well, you're explaining to me that you don't like how the cars are built the same.
Yeah.
And then...
I think NASCAR in the 60s and 70s was 1,000 times better than what NASCAR is now.
The way you were describing how you want NASCAR to be is you want... everybody to just go down to the local Ford, Toyota, Kia, Subaru.
No.
And just get the cars off the lot and race them around the track.
No, first of all, I'm a fan of F1 racing.
Yes.
I like the technology in F1, but here's my problem with NASCAR.
But
before NASCAR, what it was, let's say you had the Chevelle.
Right.
It was a modified Chevelle. It wasn't what's off the lot. They would modify it for NASCAR.
Right.
But it was still a Chevelle. So what would happen?
It looks like a Chevelle.
It looks like a Chevelle. So when Chevy used to win, that was a car that it sold the most that year. Everybody went and got a Chevelle. If Ford won, whatever car Ford had, Ford would sell that car.
Your complaint is that all the NASCARs now that are in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, whatever the hell it is,
I can't connect.
They all look alike, so you don't like them?
No,
You can't tell what's a
They're
Ford
not real.
and a Chevy?
No, I could tell because it's.
But you understand it's a sport where it's not about the car, it's about the driver. All those cars are built to run the same.
But
I don't know anything about NASCAR, but I know I have a friend named Race Car Johnny, and he tells me that all those cars are built to run the same, and that Formula One, even though the cars are spooky looking with the open tires and all that, those cars are crap because some of those cars are built to run faster than the other cars on the track. So at least in NASCAR, if you have great driving skills and you can draft
you could do.
well, you can win.
Yeah, but let's say in rally racing, which I'm a fan of rally racing.
What I'm saying is that NASCAR is about the driver and IndyCar is about the car. So NASCAR is more of a sport.
Yeah, but no. Some of it has to do with the driver because the components that they're using into that car, they're not all using the same parts, but they're governed at a certain thing. I think you should have that. I think they should in NASCAR. Of course, they're going to be able to say, let's say, I'm just throwing a number, 300 horsepower is the max that you could do. This is the largest engine you could use. They're going to have that regulation, but to me, it's just so numbing to see the same exact car with a GoDaddy sticker on it, driving around in a circle for 200 laps.
Listen to this. This is it. From Rachel in the chat room here. I worked at the XM call center when they lost NASCAR to Sirius. Everybody was pissed. And that's racing on the radio.
Yeah, that's stupid.
That's going deep.
Yeah.
So these people are big fans.
Yeah.
So do you want to just call everybody that watches NASCAR stupid?
I'm not calling them stupid. Listen, I understand. It's
You
like
just
pro
did.
wrestling. No. It's like pro wrestling. People like it because they've been conditioned to like it. But if you take NASCAR from the 60s and 70s
and
you compare it to now,
you can just keep on digging your hole, my
listen,
friend.
I really don't give a fuck about Dale Earnhardt and his stupid fucking
that's
life.
it. That's a bigger hole now.
Honestly, you want me to say it?
Come on, man.
It's just people driving around in circles. I don't understand.
But it's a sport. You understand it as a sport.
It's not a sport.
Yes, it is.
It's not a sport. Come on.
Do you?
Let's be real.
No, I
Let's
am
be
being
honest.
real. It's a sport. I want to see you like Danica Patrick yesterday at the Daytona 500.
You think Danica Patrick is an athlete?
I think she's a skilled driver, not according to yesterday.
Yeah,
but
I'm a
yes.
skilled driver too, but I don't consider myself an athlete. I don't walk around saying, "Oh yeah, I'm an athlete." What do? I drive my car really well.
Danica was a bad example, but anybody that drives a NASCAR, 200 laps around the track,
It's memorization.
all jammed up in that thing.
No, it's memorization.
When you're driving in a car that's 2 inches from the car in front of you at 180 miles an hour, that's skill, man, my friend.
I drive in New York City. I drive in
Don't
Manhattan.
even compare.
That is 1,000 times more
Your
skillful than
daily
driving
commute
around
to
in a.
Manhattan as driving in the Daytona 500.
By the
Don't
way,
even do
way,
that.
now the conspiracy theories are coming in. Brian Monroe says that it's all set up. It's like pro wrestling.
Well, that's Brian, and Brian's anonymous in the chat room. You are live on the radio
do you want
calling
me to say?
NASCAR fans stupid.
I'm not calling them stupid. I just think that it's like pro wrestling. I like pro wrestling too, but I think it's a ridiculous thing.
Yeah.
And I consider I'm more of an athlete than sitting in your car and learning a track, memorizing a track. Yes, it takes conditioning.
You are a jackass.
It takes a skill, but they are not athletes.
See, I'm not getting with you on this. I would, because I don't watch NASCAR, but I'm not getting with you because I know that NASCAR fans are nuts and they love their sport.
So they should
I'm
call
not
in.
going to
They
insult
should call
it.
in. They should call in.
I understand that it's a sport and that the people who drive those cars around the track,
Listen,
the Daytona 500s
I
of
just
the
want to
world.
say I'm a car guy. You saw my dad's a mechanic. I mean, I grew up
Then
in this
why
environment.
are you not a NASCAR fan? Why are you calling all NASCAR fans stupid?
I'm not a NASCAR fan because I don't like a plastic box driving around 200 miles an hour in a circle. I don't understand that. It doesn't connect to me. But I like rally racing.
Yes.
I like rally way more than Formula One. F1 racing, I understand it. But again, it's another thing. Like it's this high advanced tech car driving around. And again, in Formula One, there are curves.
But it's not about the car. It's about the driver.
Yes, that's about the driver. But I mean, there's nothing.
That's
like,
what makes
wow,
a sport.
everybody could do the same thing.
It wouldn't be a sport if it was about the car.
It should be. It should be about the car. Rally racing, it's a combination of both.
No, rally race is completely about the driver.
Yeah, I mean, someone in chat room said, look at baseball. Hit a ball, walk, hit a ball, walk.
Yeah, but that's a skill.
It's
and that's
a skill.
human skill.
Sure.
And so is driving a rally car
It's memorization.
on a dirt road at 100 miles an hour. That's a skill.
They're not driving on a dirt
the
road.
car's not driving itself, is it?
What are you talking about, rally?
Yeah. That's a
it's
skill.
a skill, but it also. But
You're
here's
telling
why I
me
like rally. Here's why I like
rally's
rally.
about the car. You like rally because before the show you were saying you can identify with the car because the car in the rally looks like the car you have in your driveway.
Yes.
That's why you
That's
don't
why
like.
I could identify with
and
it.
that's why you don't like NASCAR.
Yeah, but I
'cause
get
all the-
behind a car. But here's the thing
This
about
is
rally
retarded.
racing. Rally racing, people don't get behind the driver. They get behind the brand. There are people that love Citroen. There are people that love the Ford Focus. I get behind Subaru. Mitsubishi, by the way, rally racing single-handedly saved Mitsubishi and Subaru.
Does Subaru not have a NASCAR?
No, they don't.
So that's it. We're at the basis.
But let me ask you, what car can you identify in NASCAR?
In that, I don't. I identify with the driver.
The Toyota Camry, Toyota's in NASCAR. They look exactly like
I couldn't tell
the
you.
Chevy.
I couldn't tell. I know that Danica Patrick's car is green, right? I don't know what number it is, but I
You know
want
what?
to.
Golf is not a sport.
I know it's not, but it's a fucking skill, my friend.
It's a skill again. It's a skill, but do you consider him an athlete? Well, Tiger is he an athlete?
Absolutely, all
You
those
think
guys
so?
are athletes. I bet anybody that plays pro golf.
Is playing pool?
Most of the guys, most
is
of
billiards are they athletes?
no, it's a skill.
It's a skill. Okay, but they're not athletes.
No, it's a skill.
It's
You
the
don't
same
have
thing.
you don't have to work out and be physically fit to play pool. You do need to do that to play golf.
How about bowling?
Yeah, I could see that being more of a sport than billiards. Yeah.
Ballet? Is
Yeah,
ballet a sport?
No, it's not a sport. It's a performance art. But yes, that's very. I couldn't do ballet. Could you do ballet?
Yes, I can.
My ass. And,
I taught.
I don't even want to get into this. Can we get back to the NASCAR thing?
Yeah, I could do ballet actually.
Here's the thing the point that I wanted to make about NASCAR. When I look for the results of the Daytona 500, I'm not going, okay, what did that green number 10 do? I go, what did Danica Patrick do? What did Dale Earnhardt?
But see,
Jr.
you're not
do?
a car guy.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. That's what people want to know. They're not. It's not about the car. It's not like what did Chevy do in a Daytona 500. You know what I mean?
I don't know, dude. Like, I don't. And again, if there's a viewer out there, I would love for them to tell me what they identify with NASCAR. I know Suncast is a fan. He's probably sleeping. He doesn't wake up till like 1. But
if you were in Detroit, would you wake up anyway?
No, I would just want to die. Talk about cars. I'd jump in front of one if I lived in Detroit.
Absolutely.
Awful place. That's where you know where hell is? Detroit.
It is. And luckily, it's right by a lake.
Yeah. I wonder how many people jump into that lake. Because, like, I want to know what the suicide rate in Detroit is. And I want to know why they kill themselves. Because I guarantee you, 80% of those people kill themselves because they live in Detroit.
I would think so. I got to imagine there's plenty of people that haven't been discovered yet attached to cinder blocks at the bottom of that lake.
They're gonna drain the lake once. They're gonna find millions of bodies,
just bones and cinder
blocks. Why do you think nobody's working? Because they're not alive.
Yeah, right.
There are no jobs because everybody died.
Everybody's going swimming at the lake with cinder blocks on.
Listen, I don't know. I know it's this. It's an American thing to watch NASCAR. You watch, but I guarantee people watch NASCAR because their dads watch NASCAR and their grandfathers watch NASCAR. That's why people watch NASCAR. Mm-hmm. I don't understand. I can't imagine anybody turning it on and being like, wow, this is the greatest thing ever. I'm going to watch the same car for 3 hours drive around in a circle.
But it's yeah, I know that.
But I mean, you know what I mean? Like the ending, I could understand. So like you watch it, like the final lap, it's neck and neck. But most of the time, it's not even like that.
But here's
one guy is like 10 laps ahead and he wins.
Here's the thing: like the most, they have the road races, like in Watkins Glen in upstate New York, where they're not driving around in a circle; they're actually driving down a road, and that race isn't that big of a deal. Usually the Talladegas and these big super tracks that are just a circle, those are the races everybody watches.
Yeah, dude, F1, they're driving in F1, they're driving in like private streets.
By the way, we all can agree on this, that we all do secretly watch NASCAR. If we do watch NASCAR, the layman or the fair weather fan watches NASCAR, we watch it for the big wrecks.
Yeah, a lot of people watch it for the wrecks, which that's an awful thing. You're watching so someone potentially dies.
Yeah, that's the excitement.
Yeah, that's why people watch MMA, and that's why people watch.
God bless his heart, but Dale Earnhardt, when he was coming around turn 4, took that header into the wall.
Yeah.
That was pretty, that was a huge
People
story.
were crying. Rednecks all around the world were crying.
And that was turn 4. That was the last lap of that race, dude.
I love, like, going down south and seeing, like, the guy in the Dale Earnhardt, like, shirt that's, like, 15 years old. You know what I mean?
What is it?
Like, you go down south, like, whenever we go to Florida, when I was a kid, like, you would always see, like, that one fucking guy with the mustache and, like, the Dale Earnhardt shirt and the glasses, like, the pedo glasses. I'm like, this fucking guy, what is he doing? What does this guy do?
Well, that's a NASCAR fan, my friend. That's NASCAR people.
Listen, I could appreciate it, but I cannot say that's a sport.
It is. I would love for you be... just peeing yourself driving around that.
I've raced on a track. By the way, I've raced in Englishtown. I've raced on a track.
Were you doing in a NASCAR? Were you on a track like the Daytona 500?
Listen,
with that incline, doing 180 miles an hour, 2 inches from the wall.
Okay, let's break this down. Do you consider the LIE exit 42 to 52 a track?
No.
Okay. Do you consider going 80 miles an hour going fast?
No, not.
Then I have not raced.
Yeah, no, you have not raced. 220 miles an hour when you're 2 inches from the next car in front of you and a wall that can kill you. Do that.
No,
in a flame retardant suit, you're sweating your balls off. You have a helmet on.
Okay, do we want to watch men working on the scaffolds on the new World Trade Center?
No, building a building is not a sport. This is a sport. It's a skill.
By the way, I love our chat room. We're getting the suicide rate in Detroit. It's actually below U.S. average.
It is?
Yeah.
You know why? Because they leave Detroit before they kill themselves. They don't want to be fucked. They want their body staying there. They leave. If I lived in Detroit and I was going to go commit suicide, I certainly wouldn't do it in Detroit.
Yeah.
But I would at least want to take a vacation before I do it.
Listen, I'm relatable. I watch wrestling. I think that's the only thing that makes me relatable to people because I'm like a cartoon. I'm not real. Mm-hmm. Like my belief system is all fucked up. My liking pro wrestling makes me relatable to people. But why do I like pro wrestling? It's the same reason why people like NASCAR.
Because it's fake like you?
It's fake like me. and it's men in underwear. No. It's like my dad watched wrestling and my grandfather watched wrestling. It's this conditioning where it's like why do people become cops? Some people become cops because dad was a cop and their grandfather was a cop. Same thing.
Right.
You know, you're following the lineage. You're following whatever your family did. That's why people like NASCAR. I cannot. Maybe I'm just too dumb. I just don't understand it.
You're ignorant.
I think maybe
you don't understand.
My
the
dad
sport.
likes NASCAR. My dad watches NASCAR.
Right.
But my dad watches NASCAR because he watched it in the 60s and 70s growing up, and it was a big deal.
But he probably liked the sport then than he does compared to now.
Oh, he hates it now. He says it's awful, but he still watches it.
But he watched that in his glory years.
Yeah.
Everybody still loves what they watched or did when they're in the glory
By the way,
years.
my dad's like a biker. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. We both have motorcycles.
My dad's a staunch Republican.
Is he?
I can't relate to him.
Yeah, my dad's a... No, but you know what I mean? Like, I came up in a family that stuff like this was cool. Like, my little brothers had dirt bikes growing up, like as kids. We were like rednecks.
Yeah.
We would go into the park.
That's like extreme.
Yeah, we did that stuff.
Bike. That's like Travis Pastrana stuff.
Yeah, I had a dirt bike growing up. I had
That's not redneck stuff, I don't think.
You go on like a track and, you know, you take the bike out. Like 6-year-olds on a fucking dirt bike. You think that's normal?
You're the farthest thing from a redneck, by the way.
I wish I was.
I would love to see you in the countryside, like Alabama or something like that.
I fit in.
Go to West Virginia.
You know my cousin Vinny?
Yeah.
You know when like he goes down there and it was like, what the fuck? Like that's me and Jess.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really loud.
You just don't fit. Have you been to
I got family in West Virginia, so.
So you've been to West Virginia?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been to actually no, I've been to Virginia. I've been to Roanoke.
I would love to just watch you from a distance in that environment.
No, we used to go a lot. I have family in Roanoke, so I got family in the Carolinas. I have a lot of family in Florida. Florida is awful. Awful place to live. Single-handedly the worst place on the planet, Florida.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
West Virginia is clearly the worst place in the world.
Yeah, you live there.
I know.
I don't
2
know.
years. It's great. It's fucking screaming to get out of there.
Listen, I hate New York, too, so what do you want?
Yeah.
I want to move out west.
NASCAR is a sport. Don't listen to Andrew Zarian, and please don't hate the show because Andrew hates NASCAR.
I don't hate NASCAR. I would love someone to call in and explain what they like about NASCAR. I would love for someone to explain to me why people like NASCAR.
Everything. They love everything about NASCAR. They love the driver, the skill that it takes to drive the car.
Big deal. Danica Patrick. Oh, wow. She's driving a NASCAR. I love the fact that
she crashed on the second lap yesterday.
Yeah,
apparently she's not too good.
It's not her fault.
You know, you say you like Formula One better. Danica was like the shit, not that sport.
Yeah.
But you can't handle 2 laps in NASCAR.
No, it wasn't her fault though.
It doesn't matter. You got to be able to. You got to be able to.
And there's less cars in Formula One.
You got to be able to race in a crowd.
I find it funny, like we think we've evolved. We think we've evolved as a society, like women's rights and you know, like the civil rights movement. But still, like a woman is driving a NASCAR. A woman is driving fast. It's like a big deal.
Well,
and it's a pretty woman.
It's always going to be that way when a girl's doing what the boys do. It's always going to be that way. And then when guys want to do what the girls do, you just call them homos.
Yeah. Nobody's calling her gay.
It's not a big deal.
Attractive guy doing ballet.
When guys want to do what girls do, they end up on Bravo.
Yeah. My dream, man. My dream.
Oh, God. This is stupid. How do we start off the show this way? We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. I found out something. A buddy of mine, remember we were talking about politics a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
About how, and I threw out the idea we should have a none of the above thing.
Yeah, sure. I told someone that, by the way.
Yeah.
They said it was the dumbest idea ever.
It's actually not. And they would never do it. They would never throw in the none of the above thing. But my buddy was telling me that like the Republicans, they don't really want the layman to vote anyway. They just want their people to vote. You know what I mean? They don't want you and I to go vote because we're not that interested in any of these candidates. Yeah. But they want the people that are interested to vote.
Did you hear what Santorum said?
They don't care what I'm saying is they don't care what the voter turnout is.
No.
It doesn't matter.
No. Did you hear what Santorum said?
No. What did he say? Was hocus pocus, I love religion again?
Yeah, but he turned around and called Obama a snob because he wants everybody to go to college. You should find that clip.
Really?
He was criticizing Obama and said he wants to force his belief system on everybody. And what a snob to want everybody to go to college.
Okay. I don't get
for anybody in this country to back that mindset. Like, yeah, he's a snob. He wants us to be evolved. He wants us to get educated.
Okay, that's just
Isn't
that's a guy running for president.
That's a guy running for president, and he has a lot of people behind him.
Yeah,
I mean, he said some nutty stuff too. Like one of his major supporters said in his time, like they were talking about birth control, and it's a major supporter for his. And then again, I don't know if this is Santorum's belief system, but turned around and said, "Well, back in my day, women just took aspirin as a contraceptive."
Oh yeah, I heard
you know what they
one.
used to do? you know, like the whole thing. They put it,
the hanger.
No, they used to. Apparently, they used to put it in their vaginas, and it would prevent them from having sex because it would burn.
Oh, aspirin in the vagina?
That was like a joke. Like that was a joke. And that's what the guy said on Fox News or MSNBC. But back to Santorum, the fact that this guy is like he's attacking, like I could understand attacking Obama on many things. Listen, I'm not a fan of Obama's.
Right.
I'm not.
No.
But
I'm not a fan of any
and again, you could say he got misquoted. You know, like I don't think college should be pushed on everybody, and I think it is a problem in this country that we all believe, like there's this belief system that you need to go to college to be successful.
Well, it's true.
Yeah, but what we've done is we've created an entire society of people that grow up thinking they have to go to a college, and it has to be a good private college, and they have to spend all this money to get a job, and then when they get out, they expect to be paid $60,000, $70,000 because they're a college grad. That has screwed up everything because everybody's going to be a lawyer and a doctor. These vocational training courses in schools are now gone because blue-collar jobs have become a dirty word in this country.
Right.
Nobody wants to be a plumber. Like, you hear it all the time. People turn around like, oh, you're going to be a garbage man. You know, when we grew up, like, people are like, oh, what are you going to be, a garbage man when you grow up? You know, to be honest, I would rather be working for the sanitation department in New York City than doing this.
It's a government job.
$90,000 a year. My buddy's making $90 grand.
I always hated people that did that to people who like, oh, you're gonna be a garbage. That's actually no. It's somebody's job.
It's a great
He's
job.
Doing something. He's doing a service.
Listen, I don't know what it's like anywhere else. I could only speak about New York, but teaching has become a dirty job. Well, everybody wants to be a fireman because you could drink and you could do whatever you want. Yeah, you're fighting, but you know. It's not that bad. Being a cop is a bad job. By the way, we have a caller.
No, caller, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, this is Brian. Just in the chat room.
Hey, Brian.
I actually had some thoughts about a couple things you were talking about today, and since I kind of wanted to chime in,
Sure, Brian. What's going on?
Hey there, doing good. Basically, a couple things. First off, like those manual labor jobs, those are the kind of jobs that are not getting actually outsourced to other places. So, in essence, people talking all about going to college and saying, oh, you got to get this school education and everything. There's a lot of people, I'm talking to people online, different people I know that have gone to school, and especially nowadays, that aren't getting the kind of job opportunities they should be getting from the education that they've been putting out to. Actually, I have to say this. They actually feel like it's a whole entire education bubble now where too many people have gone to college.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
You know, and so you end up with a situation where it's too many applicants, which are overqualified for the jobs market that's out there right now, you know, and you know, that gets back to the idea of what Apple's doing and other companies are doing overseas with manufacturing things. Again, you know, if we don't have manufacturing jobs anymore, so they'll grow here. So, you know, they're trying to go after those other higher paying jobs.
But here's the thing, Kieran, you grew up in a blue collar area.
Yeah.
You know, me too. I mean, I'm not a snob. I was becoming a cop until I messed up my back. Mm-hmm. You know, that's what I was going to become. I grew up in a blue collared,
and now you're a drug addict.
Yes, so it's fine. It works out well. They go hand in hand, actually. A lot of my buddies. But I grew up in a blue collar neighborhood. But what happened in my time, and your time too, it became a dirty word. And a lot of these kids that grew up in blue-collar families got reconditioned to think, well, no, you got to be a doctor or a lawyer.
Yeah.
And if you're not a doctor and a lawyer,
but
you're not successful, which is not the case at all.
But the point that the caller with Brian was trying to make is that when the kids go to college and they pay freaking $200,000 for an education, they come out, they can't get a job because there's not one there for them. And that's what the whole Occupy movement came from. And that's why people are so disillusioned with the candidates we have for president.
But let me tell you.
And that's why they're hating on Obama.
Yeah.
And the reason is, the thing that's so fucked up is that it's like the two parties are picking candidates, at least on the Republican side, a candidate you can't even relate to.
No.
So we're not even going to go and vote for this guy because we can't even we can't relate to them. The voter turnout's not going to be great, and literally we're going to have a president that is just going to do whatever the hell he wants because we're so disillusioned with what's going on in Washington and all that other stuff.
What do you think of what's going on, Brian, with the Republican side?
I think the Republican Party is just, and generally speaking, the politics in this country really are a mess. And when it gets back to the idea of this whole entire none of the above thing, I really think a lot of people actually are voting that way by abstaining. I mean, really, I think that's the actual ultimate vote, is saying, you know what, I could care less about voting. I mean, I know workplaces have been giving time off for people to go to vote, and this whole entire idea of people don't go to vote because they don't have time, I think is ridiculous.
Here's what my buddy, sorry to get up. Here's what my buddy was saying about in Australia. It's you have to vote by law.
Yeah.
So when people don't when they don't like any of the candidates or whatever, they just hand in a blank ballot.
That's what they do.
They just hand it in. That's kind of like having a none of the above thing in the voter booth. I guarantee you, if we had that for this presidential election, and you look at the exit polling, I guarantee you people would go to vote just to vote none of the above.
Well, you know what the problem is in this country? We are a two-party country. When you look at some place like England, which has 10 different parties,
it's like
in the UK.
It's like a monopoly.
Europe too. I mean, many countries in Europe, they have 10 separate parties, and every time somebody else is coming in. In the United States, it's a two-party country. You have the Democrats and the Republicans, and we're so split. And until we get a third party in, it's just going to be the same BS over and over again. Listen, and again, I don't hate the Democrats. I'm a Republican. I'm a registered Republican. Locally, I've only voted Republican, but I see through the BS of both parties, and a lot of people can't. We have been conditioned to think a certain way. If you're a Democrat, you vote Democrat. If you're a Republican, you vote Republican, and that's totally the wrong mindset. No other country has this idea.
I guess my point...
It's kind of like the thing you were talking about NASCAR, almost kind of like as your parents a lot of times may influence your politics and what you go into also, too,
Yeah. That's the only reason. That's the only reason why I am a registered Republican, because I was too lazy to go change it.
Yeah.
Because when I turned 18, my dad's like, you're a Republican." I'm like, "All right, I don't even know what the hell that means, but I guess I'll be one." It doesn't matter.
Yeah. But, Brian, but you're in San Francisco. I mean,
south of San Francisco, but sure,
it's a very liberal city.
So actually, I'm south of San Francisco. In the South Bay area here where I'm at, it's a lot more conservative. It's more of a conservative base than it is actually in San Francisco. But we definitely got our Democrats around the area here. No question that there's pockets of areas where it's just really just crazy, insane what they do here. But I mean, San Francisco very much, no question. There's a lot of stuff San Francisco does. Even New York City does, which I know that couldn't get away with any place else, kind of stuff. So. Yeah. What's your question about the area here? I'm curious.
But I mean, it's again, you're in a very San Francisco in general is very liberal, and New York City is extremely liberal too. So our conservative values, and somebody I got torn apart one day on the air because I was talking about my ideas, and they said, it doesn't matter because you're a New York Republican and your conservative values are nothing like a Midwestern conservative. I guess the same goes for you.
Well, actually, yeah, I think it's more of the fact that you find more people who are more libertarian, even conservative, than even more conservative as far as the religious side. I mean, I think there's that. We do have churches here. People do go to churches here. I know people in my family and other people I know that are religious and are into the religious thing. And so that side kind of comes up. But definitely it's not like the Bible Belt. There's no question about that. I mean, there's not this sense that, you do something it's definitely I'm going to say more libertarian conservative than it really is the conservative you would see in different parts of the country. So
I think the fact of the matter is, and the problem we're having now, and I think this is why I guess I brought it up. I hate politics with a passion because it's just so fucking stupid. But I think we have candidates now, and it's purposely done by the parties that we can't get behind. It's purposely done. Like Mitt Romney, for example, or Rick Santorum. No one, unless you're a staunch Republican.
We lost Brian, by the way. We had an internet problem.
You're a staunch Republican, or you just vote on party lines. Those are the only people that are going to vote for these fucking guys.
Can you find that Santorum clip?
I'll try to find it, yeah.
Because it's so nutty. And sorry, Brian, we lost you, but that was a good call. What did I do here? There we go. Yeah, we're good. But the fact that this guy has a following, I mean, it's not the politics. I mean, it really comes down to how we are as a country.
But do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like Mitt Romney and Rick Santorum, whatever ones wins, the Republican people, the base, they want him to win because they can control him.
Who?
Mitt Romney or Rick Santorum. Now I was saying last week that if you run for president, you should only be able to run once, and if you lose, you're out, right? Because we need new blood.
I think that's a good idea,
right? But we don't get that. We get Mitt running every fucking 4 years. We get Ron Paul, who's not going to win ever, but running every 4 years. They want Mitt to run. They want Santorum to win so they can control him. It's a big fucking
Newt Gingrich,
conspiracy, I'm telling you.
Newt Gingrich is totally unrelatable, and I can't stand him. He's a pompous ass. And
right, he's another one.
He's another one. But you know what was interesting? I was listening to an interview with Ron Paul, and they were asking him about the abortion thing. And he gave, it's somewhat political, and he gave some BS thing, and he was like, listen, I can't. He was kind of pro-abortion, but he said he's not really for it. But he said something on. He's like, listen, my personal belief should not be imposed on you. Mm-hmm. I shouldn't impose what I personally believe in. He has, he's pretty religious too, but he understands that that's his idea. But he turned around, he's like, listen, if there's something happening, if it comes down to between life of the woman and the life of the child, of course, you have to do what you want. But this is an angle that they're taking. Nobody's getting an abortion 8 months in. People.
It's a little late to make that decision.
But see, here's the thing, though. The Republican Party, like Newt Gingrich was talking about, and he was talking about abortion. He's like, I don't think abortion should be legal. And he turned around, he's like, it's a gross exaggeration, and everybody's giving this, like, every time, the defense is, you're not for abortion. What if your child gets raped? Like, what if your daughter and your granddaughter gets raped? You don't think they should have an abortion? And Ron Paul's like, well, listen, if they got raped, they could go and get a shot of estrogen and they'll be fine. But there are a lot of people that are shamed by it and they don't say anything until a couple months, until they're able to understand what happened, and then they get an abortion. But it's still in the first trimester. Like, it's this weird belief system. Mm-hmm. But Newt Gingrich is like, the Democrats are bringing all these gross things. We have a problem in this country where people are getting abortions at 7-8 months. I'm like,
really? Is that a huge?
That's what. But that's not a problem. Nobody's getting abortions.
Like an epidemic. No one's doing that.
Nobody's aborting fetuses at 8 months.
See, this is the thing. Like Newt doesn't know how to fucking interact with anything.
No.
But the Republicans want him to run so that if he does win, they can control him. Just like, you know what? You'll be the figurehead. You'll be the president, and that'll be something cool for your resume and something to tell the grandkids. Yeah. But when you get in office, all your advisors, we're all going to run what you do.
By the way, this is the guy, Newt Gingrich is the guy that wants to colonize on the moon.
Yeah, he's fucking brilliant. And he wants to have 3-ways at fucking 63 years old.
Love that guy. Listen, I don't knock him on that.
No, I don't knock him either, but he thinks it's actually a viable thing that's going to happen.
Yeah, like I don't knock Elliot Spitzer. He got to really...
Like he can find 2 girls that's willing to do that with Newt. A guy named Newt.
Yeah, Newt.
Let alone him being 63 and fat as hell. What did you want to find with Santorum? What was the
look up he called Obama a snob for wanting people to go to college. And here's the thing. You don't need to go to college to become a lawyer. Like, again, it's amazing how people are able to twist something. Like, you could go to college for automotive, training, technical training, electrical training.
Right.
I don't find anything wrong with that. I think that's great to educate yourself. What I have a problem with is this mindset that everybody needs to be a doctor or a lawyer, and that's what college is for. And that is not what college is for. No. You could go for vocational training with these technical schools and get a great education in a certain field that you can make a lot of money in.
No, I completely agree with that.
But that's not what, of course, he's not saying that. No. If he turned around and said, if he turned around and said, Obama wants you to go to mechanic school to become a better mechanic, they'd be like, what are you complaining about?
Well, the problem, I mean, he's so off on like what the actual problem is. I mean, the problem is kids are going to school and they're paying all that money and they're coming out of school with degrees and then they have to go work at fucking McDonald's with all that student loans and
well,
shit.
No, the problem is they're not, and I'm really not, this Occupy thing, I called the BS. I said when it gets cold, they're going to stop.
Yeah, well.
My problem with the Occupy movement is that these are kids that really don't want to go and do a lot of these jobs.
I think the people I think the people that actually arrange the Occupy movement.
Yes. They have the original people have a great idea behind it, and I agree with a lot of the stuff that they're saying, the banking reform and the Wall Street reform. That's fine. But a lot of these kids that are falling behind it, these are people that really do not understand the idea of what's going on. These are kids that are going to Columbia and NYU, and they have these student loans, and mommy and daddy paid for everything, and now it's a big party for them. You know what? Every American can have a job in this country. Guaranteed job. You join the military.
True.
You can. And a lot of people are going to say, well, why would you want to do that? Well, why not? If you are out of work, if you are struggling, you could go to the military, get a great education at the military. They pay for your college. You get some sort of training and you have a career. It's a guaranteed job. Every American has a guaranteed job in this country.
All right, here's the brilliant Rick Santorum, I believe, calling Obama a snob. Why is that feeding? Something's feeding through. Oh, God, advertisement. Damn it. I hate that.
What's feeding through?
I don't know. Something is feeding.
Hit the mute button on the on that channel.
Here?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No. You muted me. There we go. What did you do?
I don't know. Something's going on.
Huh.
I'm just waiting for this. Apparently,
How did I get muted?
I don't know. Everything just fell apart right there.
Yeah.
We were going like a bat out of hell.
Go ahead.
Finally. Come on. I got 8 seconds before this plays. I love that they do that on the internet, by the way. That's why I hate playing clips off the internet. Yeah. So, here we go. Finally.
In the marketplace for their skills.
Are you playing something?
Those manufacturing jobs at those entry levels that get you in there and gives you the opportunity to accumulate more skills over time and rise, so you can provide a better
it's
standard of
crossed,
living
huh?
for your family. And that those opportunities.
What do you have loaded?
Women, not all folks are gifted in the same way. Some people have incredible gifts with their hands.
No, it's on
Some
your
people have
computer,
incredible
dude.
Gifts and use and want to work out there making things. President Obama once said he wants everybody in America to go to college. What a snob.
What?
They're good, decent men and women who go out and work hard every day and put their skills to test that aren't taught by some liberal college professor and trying to indoctrinate them.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know. What's crossed over there?
I don't know. Something's going on with the board here, but I guess we get the gist. He just called Obama a snob for saying that everybody should go to school. I don't know what that.
Pull that up. I want to hear what that is
driving
now.
me crazy. Whatever the hell it is.
And I love you for that. I love you for that.
Oh, you know what? It's
You have Hot 97 playing.
No, it's not. It's this stupid hip hop weird website. Watch.
Hold on. Let's hear
Gone.
this. Oh, I wanted to hear what was going on.
It's the same goddamn.
50 Cent is being interviewed.
You know what's retarded is that the article that where I found that clip was on a hip hop website. Yet they have to pipe in hip hop radio in order to keep you there at the website, I guess, to read the articles. What is that about? Damn it. Leave it to hip hop to kill our radio show.
By the way, Rock is performing at Press.
Yeah.
And he's talking to me right now. We're having a meeting while I'm doing the show.
Oh, he's
Yeah, he has some great ideas. We should have GFQ Shock Girls.
Okay.
He's performing on the 24th at Press, and he has all these brilliant ideas.
It's actually Naked Jedi.
Naked Jedi,
It's not just Rock. Rock's not doing like a one-man show.
No, it's a one-man show.
He
has a kazoo, and he has the drums.
John from Naked Jedi. The Naked Jedi band is performing at Press, which is Andrew's watering hole here in
That's my
Queens.
place, man.
Yeah.
I love them. Yeah. Jimmy from Press, Rob.
Yeah.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, what a weird mindset.
What?
These liberal professors.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so you're anti-college? Is that what you're saying? Did you go to college? I'm sure he went to college.
Yeah, the thing is that he was playing to the crowd.
But I mean, that's fear-mongering. That's dangerous when you get to that level.
I don't pay attention. This is what I suggest to everybody.
You're the genius.
Just don't pay attention anymore.
Yeah.
And you'll be so much more better off. You'll have more engaging conversations with your friends if you don't talk politics. Because no matter what you say, no matter how long you argue about it, you ain't going to do anything to change shit. It's all corrupt. I don't care if you get 100,000 people with the mindset I have and the money to march into Washington and try to change shit. We ain't going to change shit. It's not going to happen. It's all going to be fucked. We're fucked for the rest of our lives. And our kids are going to be even more fucked when they're in this fucking plane.
No, listen, we could change it, but we have to change. We have to
when
change.
When has it ever changed?
I'll tell you why it doesn't change. We don't want to change ourselves.
And
that's the big problem. We don't want to change ourselves.
I would love to be Mr. Optimistic guy, and like when Obama got elected, and everybody was so happy and crying.
Oh, stupid!
Because the country's changing. He gets into office, status quo.
Yeah, but it changes.
He pretty much turned into Bush when he got into office.
Well, because he had to. He understood how politics work. You can't go and shake things up. There's certain reasons why things are done, if we like it or not. Guantanamo Bay, he was like, I'm going to shut down Guantanamo Bay. And then he realized, oh, my God, I can't do that yet.
If I wasn't on the radio, I'd be asleep with this conversation.
No, people love this shit,
I know
man.
they do, but it's like, it drives me insane.
I love the politics stuff. Like, I go really nutty with it, and I rarely do it on the shows.
Yeah. If you want me not to bang you as a girl... go ahead and just talk politics, because that's when I just go, all right, I'm not attracted to you. Ugh. I actually went to on a date with a broad that went to Yale, by the way.
Wow.
At the time, and I believe she started asking me about my political beliefs, and I literally my brain shut off, and I just go, I don't know. I'm gonna go home now.
Does she know who you are?
I don't know if she knows.
Dating you from Yale?
I couldn't remember her name. I was just a kid at the time. I was in college, and she went to Yale, and I went to West Virginia.
What did she like about you?
Probably because I was some guy I was thinking about banging her. I would think that's the only thing.
The only thing, just banging.
I don't know. God. Ugh. Eek. Gives me the creeps. All right, we'll take a break. It's Kieran McCann's LunaticRadio.com show. Andrew Zarian hanging out. Here we go.
There we go. We're back, everybody. Kieran McCann's Lunatic Radio, sponsored by Hover.com. Domain names made simple. This is a place to go if you want to buy a website, guys. Go to gfq.hover.com. You get 10% off your entire purchase. You can buy Kieran McCann Doesn't Understand Politics.com.
Yes.
And they make it extremely easy for you. No upsell. None of that email barrage. No BS. Just domain names. Go to gfq.hover.com. You get 10% off at checkout. Back to the show. Back to you, Kieran.
Yeah, well, thank you. I was just reading that Chris Brown and Rihanna are singing together now in Orlando. Just getting hotter by the day.
Can we start bleeping his name from the show?
Chris Brown?
Yeah, I'm done with him, man.
Yeah, I'm completely done with it, too. He, snatched some chick's phone, too. Well, that's the only thing. It gets better and better, I guess.
By the way,
mindless fucking twat of a man he is. Go ahead.
A friend of the GFQ Network, Anthony Pettis, Ultimate Fighter, won this weekend.
Really? What is that about?
He won. He did good, and he won knockout of the night. He got a nice payday.
Was
he
UFC?
UFC fighter?
UFC fighter.
Yeah,
really?
Good friend of mine.
Knockout of the night?
Yeah,
that
from Jersey.
Does that mean he gets an extra $70,000 or something like that?
I think so. Yeah.
You get money if you have the best knockout.
This guy, his career started when he did this crazy tornado kick off the cage.
Really?
Look up. Go on YouTube. You can look up Anthony Pettis.
Anthony Pettis.
Yeah, Pettis.
All right.
Kick. The guy is phenomenal. I mean, just unbelievable. And he won. He had a great fight on Saturday.
Anthony Pettis kick. I love the UFC, man. I went to go watch one not too long ago with my buddy there, Josh Gogan, and Rock went to. Yeah, it's entertaining, and it is a fast-growing. Now that's a sport.
That is.
Yeah, that's
a sport.
Chicks dig it too.
Chicks dig it. You know why? Because guys like it.
Yeah, they want to know what the guys are doing too.
Yeah,
Anthony,
that's why.
Is he a black guy?
No, Spanish guy.
So yeah, he looks Spanish. Kick. All right, here we go. I'll try to find it. Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Oh, I think I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Anthony Pettis kick. Now this is apparently a friend of the GFQ Network. God damn!
Did you see that?
Oh no, I'm actually watching him get knocked out.
Oh, did you?
I think Anthony Pettis just took one to the. Does he have long hair, Anthony Pettis?
No. The one that did that crazy kick is him.
Oh, well, I just saw somebody else do a crazy kick to him and knock him the fuck out.
No.
He just got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, he won.
Well, not in the fight that I just watched.
No.
I'm sorry,
I think
Anthony,
he lost the last one, but he won this one on Saturday.
Not Anthony Pettis kick versus Clay Gudia. Is this it? Not Anthony Pettis kick.
No, that's a
I don't even know what the hell I'm watching here.
You're watching the most racist thing on the planet. Do you see what that
I don't
is?
know. I was looking for UFC stuff.
Are you on YouTube?
Yeah, I was.
Let me see if I can pull
You
this
should
up.
play the clips because I don't even know what the hell.
I know, but I'm not tapped into the main
I'm only
machine.
good with like porn on the internet.
That's the only thing you can
really
find.
find that quickly. If you want to bring me up some Brie Olson, you ask me to bring up anything. Just name a chick. I got it.
You're into UFC though, right?
I do. I like it. That's definitely a sport I'm not like completely into it. Like all these guys that read up on the pre-fight crap and all this.
Yeah.
And I don't know the names of the people. But
Well, Josh
like
is into like wrestling too, and when he was on the show, I was looking up like wrestling news, and he saw it at the corner of the eye, and he's like, no, stay on that page. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, I want to read that.
Yeah,
so during the entire show, he was reading it.
Yeah, UFC's definitely
Oh, dude, I found it.
Uber.
Pull up my thing. Can you see this?
Go ahead. Yeah. That's the fight I was just watching, no? Yeah, there
That's him.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah.
I thought it was the guy with the hair.
No, look at that kick.
That was a great kick. I thought it was Anthony Pettis getting kicked.
No.
Because when I googled Anthony Pettis, I got the Spanish guy that looked with the long hair, and I thought that was Anthony Pettis. I don't know who Anthony Pettis is from a hole in the wall.
No, he had a good fight. This kid is a really good fighter. He's going to be a big star.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, friend of the show.
Friend of the show. Whose show? Your show?
My show.
Yeah. The Oscars, anybody into that? No, I guess not, right?
Did you see the whole big deal about Billy Crystal doing blackface?
Yeah.
Which it really wasn't. First of all, it's not blackface.
He was doing Sammy Davis Jr., but this is the problem with doing Sammy Davis Jr. It's very dated, and most people don't get it. Like the people that are, we're like the last people to get that.
Yeah.
Like 30-somethings. You know what I mean? Late 20s, 30-somethings. The younger kids that are watching the Oscars and looking up to the George Clooneys of the world and seeing who won, because those are the kids that are going to the movies, I guess, right? They don't. When I see.
You don't think people know who Sammy is?
The young kids don't, dude. Weren't you watching the Grammys where the kids were twittering,
Yeah.
who the hell's Paul McCartney?
Yeah.
They don't know who Sammy Davis Jr. is. He's dead. Why would you know who he is? I don't
But
blame
here's the thing.
kids.
I mean, he's being criticized by a lot of people saying, it was controversial. He did blackface. First of all, that's not blackface. Like
he did black body.
His entire body was black, and he played a character.
Yeah.
Like blackface is painting your face black, literally black, and like doing like the white lips.
Yeah, that's blackface.
Like that's blackface, and yeah, I can understand how that's offensive.
Yeah.
But you're playing a character. But here's the double standard. When the Wayans brothers did
but they're allowed
White
to.
Chick.
They're allowed to.
Why? They insulted white women.
Yeah, but they're allowed to.
No, that's
Anything
such
that black
bullshit.
guys do is cool.
That's such bullshit.
Anything they
Isn't
do
that amazing?
is fine.
Isn't that amazing?
Perfectly great and way to go.
I think people look to get offended. I mean, we've spoken about this a lot, and
they just want to be because there are people out there in this society and in this world that just
Robert
be
Downey
mad.
Jr. Tropic Thunder did total blackface.
That's not blackface.
What did he do? Yeah, well, he was a black guy.
He was a black guy.
That's not. See, that's the thing. Nobody was upset over that.
He's playing a black guy.
Yeah.
He's impersonating a black guy.
But nobody was upset at that.
No.
It's amazing.
But it's the Oscars, dude. That's a movie.
Oh.
It's the Oscars.
Oh.
And it's Billy Crystal.
We become such a
sensitive. I think what people
such
should be
sensitive
more
Nellies.
annoyed about is that Billy was like, okay, he went to the producers. He's like, let me do Sammy Davis because that back in the day.
That's what I used to do on
yeah,
SNL.
and that was my shit, dude. I did Sammy and I knocked it home. But, he did it and no one got it.
But he
To be
wasn't
honest
bad. He did a good job.
To be honest with you, when they did that opening segment with Bieber and Sammy, Billy playing Sammy in the limo, I actually didn't know that was Sammy. I just thought it was just some dude dressed. I was like, who's the odd guy? Because he looked nothing like Sammy. And he really didn't have many lines to indicate to me that he was doing the Sammy Davis
He
voice.
didn't do like the yeah man.
Yeah, I didn't get it, so I just didn't even pay attention to it. But apparently people caught it, and I was like, I don't know, I guess they're mad. But the problem is that Billy Crystal's he's still doing the same jokes from when he was the hot comic and making City Slickers.
Well,
no one gets it.
Well, Billy Crystal's a good host, but he doesn't really
do
anything anymore.
Well, he doesn't translate to the kids, and that's the problem. I guess
I thought he was good though. By the way, I thought he did a decent job. He wasn't awful. I mean, he did a better job than last year. Anne Hathaway and James Franco.
Yeah, and they were. I mean, there you go. That kills my whole argument there. I mean, I guess my argument was maybe No, my argument was just, I guess, Billy's got to update his shit a little bit, having James Franco and Anne Hathaway do it, that was a wreck.
Well, also the year before that was Alec Baldwin and Steve Martin, which was fantastic.
I don't remember.
Yeah, that was really good too.
We were arguing last night on the show, and I think we figured it out, and Rock came home with this point that I actually threw out the point that Hollywood's running out of things to write. Like, they don't have any things to write anymore for movies. Because if you take the fact that the last 2 years, a movie about a guy who couldn't speak won Best Picture, and now this year a silent movie won Best Picture, I think we're kind of... that's kind of bad, right?
No, you know what it is.
When you have like movies without dialogue, really true dialogue in them.
In my opinion, it's pretentiousness.
Yeah,
like a lot of people, it's a silent film, so it's a little different. It's a little avant-garde. So they feel
hoity-toity.
They feel like they have to like it. Like, yeah, that was so brilliant, because they heard somebody say it, and now they think they're supposed to like it because it's a silent film in 2012. We had silent films because we had not figured out how to put audio and video together.
Right, that was the point. It wasn't the point that it was they were good.
No,
it's just that we didn't figure out that we can add.
I'm sure if they had the ability,
right,
there would be no such thing as a silent film.
And they finally figured it out, and then they stopped making silent films until the year 2012.
And then it's back now.
Now we're gonna bring them back.
Charlie Chaplin, he revolutionized silent films.
Yeah, I know. I gotta imagine. I haven't seen The Artist. But I got to imagine it's good.
Yeah.
And the guy did a phenomenal job acting because he's, he can't make any noise, so he's...
By the way, Charlie Chaplin's best movie was not a silent film.
What was it?
The Dictator.
Brilliant
movie.
Speaking of The Dictator, Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah.
The big thing spilling stuff on Ryan Seacrest. I guess that was the big deal. Was that a big deal, or was that what everybody was talking about, or was it Angelina Jolie looking like she's half dead?
I'm sorry, it was The Great Dictator. I'm being corrected. No, do people not realize that was probably set up?
Yeah, well, he's making a movie, right, called The Dictator or something, and he spilled like a fake urn on Ryan Seacrest, and Ryan Seacrest got all mad and stuff, and hoity-toity. Hoity-toity.
Did he get mad? You think he got mad?
Well, I mean, he's trying to do his job. He's on the red carpet, and he gets shit spilled all over him. And he's just like, fuck, I got to do all these interviews with shit on me now. He's got probably an ego about him, so he doesn't want to be talking to, Brad Pitt with dust.
You don't think
all
anybody
over his
could get him
tuxedo.
another jacket?
Well, I mean, he brushed it off and whatever, and he went on, and he was professional about it. But you could see that he was... I think he handled it actually kind of good. I mean, he's like, I knew something was going to happen. I just didn't know what it was. It would have been nice if he was like, Ryan could have dropped an F-bomb there and not been fired because he is Ryan Seacrest. He could have just been like, fucking Sasha, what are you doing?
But first of all, you saw the security usher him off, right?
Yeah, I don't know if that was true or not either.
That looked so fake.
Because that guy was like sitting behind him, like the big bald-headed security guy. And by the way, the two broads that Sasha had at his each arm, oh God, they were hot.
I love the fact that he's pretty much playing Gaddafi. That's who he's playing.
It's amazing that he can still get away with all this stuff. Being, you figured at this point in Sacha Baron Cohen's career, he'd be doing, dramatic films.
He does do them.
Because how can he get away with, doing anything anymore? Because his films have been so successful. Ali G and Borat.
Is The Dictator like a Borat film, or is it? I think it's just like a movie.
I don't know. It's probably the same type of movie that he's done in the past. Why would he go away from it?
I don't know if it is, because it's a new character. It's not part of his original set.
For some reason, Sacha Baron Cohen dumping that stuff on Ryan Seacrest, Donald Trump had to talk about it. I haven't heard this yet.
Are you kidding me?
But anytime Donald speaks, I got to listen. So let's play this. Hopefully there's no advertisement before it.
This third-rate character named Sacha Baron Cohen thought he was being cute and funny when he threw ashes at Ryan Seacrest. Now, I know Ryan Seacrest.
Where is this?
It's in his office. Like he does.
I made like a YouTube video.
He's like Andy Rooney now. Donald. He just is in his office. He goes, "Hey,
you know what really grinds my gears?
Hey, secretary, grab your camera. Come in here. I got a thing to do to put on YouTube."
I don't like oak.
Fucking dope, this guy.
Baron Cohen.
By the way, he doesn't even know his name.
Cohen, that's a Jewish name, isn't it?
Sacha Baron Cohen.
character named Sacha Baron Cohen thought he was being cute and funny when he threw ashes at Ryan Seacrest. Now, I know Ryan Seacrest. He's a great guy. And you could see he was visibly upset. It was disgraceful. And the security guard that was standing to the right, he ought to be fired immediately. That guy had nothing. He is not capable. He allowed this guy to get away with so much. Believe me, if that ever happened to somebody with real security, Sacha Baron Cohen would not be in good shape right now. He'd be in a hospital. He would have been punched in the face so many times, he wouldn't have known what happened.
What a buffoon this guy is.
Does he not? Does he? You know what? He's probably about with it, too. Like, they probably told him, like, hey, listen, make this video to make it look better. To make it...
You know what? I actually think Donald just does this on his own.
You think he's just
yeah, he's so delusional.
Nobody spoke about me this week.
I mean, this guy is so insane. He actually thought he was going to, run for president.
I don't think he ever thought that he would win. I think he does it to get publicity. I think the guy knows. This is a guy that was bankrupt in the 80s.
How does Mitt Romney didn't he he had a big press conference because Donald was going to back him.
Yeah, I mean, but listen, we take Reverend Al serious, right? Al Sharpton, he's taken serious.
No one does.
Why? No, you got to go shake his hand, and you need his endorsement.
Why?
Everybody does.
Because
he he'll scream you're a racist if not.
If I'm like Donald Trump Jr. and his daughter, and I'm home just waking up, and I get on the web and I see that my dad's doing commentary on the Sacha Baron Cohen incident at the Oscars, I'm going, Dad, what the fuck are you doing? Come on, man. Just do your work. Just be a real estate mogul. Just do that. I mean, isn't that enough, Dad? Just be in your office and sign crap. You don't have to put out YouTube clips about Sacha Baron Cohen.
Immediately. That guy had nothing. He is not capable. He allowed this guy to get away with so much. Believe me, if that ever happened to somebody with real security, Sacha Baron Cohen would not be in good shape right now. He'd be in a hospital. He would have been punched in the face so many times, he wouldn't have known what happened.
If Donald didn't say this, the rest of us would be like, oh my God, what should we have done with Sacha Baron Cohen? What do we should have done? Now I'm calling him Cohen. It's Cohen.
Only wish that Ryan took a swing at him, and I only wish that the security guard that allowed it all to happen, number one, gets fired, and number two, go to school, learn about being security. You don't know, man. A lot of people are asking me about the Academy Awards.
No one's asking you about the Academy Awards. You're just lost in your office. You have nothing to do on the Monday workday, and you're just going, I need to do something. Let me make a video. Hey, honey, get in here with the camera.
And what's going on around the Academy Awards? Well, I hear that the absolute worst party of the evening was the Vanity Fair party. It was boring.
Is Donald losing his mind?
Oh, my God. Yeah. I mean, this is the ramblings of a crazy guy.
This is sickening. This is embarrassing. If I had a lot of money and I was thinking about doing business with Donald after seeing this and him doing his little videos in his office about commentary about pop culture when he's 67 years old, I'm not going to be doing business with this guy.
Sleeping. Nobody enjoyed it. There was no good feeling. And
he's doing party recaps. What the fuck?
Oh, my God.
Really symptomatic of what happened to Vanity Fair. Vanity Fair newsstand sales are down at an unbelievable number. The magazine has lost its focus. It used to be a wonderful magazine. Right now, it's boring, just like the party they had. Too bad. It was a great institution.
This is why chicks don't cam up with old guys.
Yeah.
Because this is all they do.
By the way, this is just, you were bringing something up on how it's BS. Why does Mitt Romney need to be endorsed by Donald Trump?
Why does this guy have, why? Why are people even paying attention to what Donald does? Because he's rich?
Yeah, because he's rich. He's a character. He, looks at the hair.
Character.
You don't think this guy could go get good hair? He knows.
Yeah, no, that's part of his shtick, I guess, right?
It's his shtick.
I don't get it, people. I don't.
He's doing a party recap.
He's doing party recaps.
Yeah.
He was just doing the
Lindsay Lohan was looking attractive in her blue dress. It was a Vera Wang.
He's so lost. I mean, he literally just told us information that who gives a fuck? Vanity Fair sales are down. Who gives a crap about that?
Of the evening was the Vanity Fair party. It was boring. People were sleeping. Nobody enjoyed it. There was no good feeling.
Okay, all right, I'm sure that somebody at the Vanity Fair party had a good time, Donald.
Yes, somebody did. The party was boring.
Just because somebody called you from it and went, you know what, I didn't have a good time. So, I don't. What is going on?
I requested a French martini. Instead, they brought me a dirty martini. Yes, it was delicious, but it was missing 2 olives.
Lindsay Lohan looks like Courtney Love now. It's true, though. That is true. He should have done commentary on that. I would have listened.
You want to hear something funny? Remember last week I said on the show on how Jesse Jackson, like a lot of the shit that he does is BS, and like why do people take these people serious? He owns a portion of Coca-Cola.
Jesse Jackson.
Yeah, because he what he does is shake down companies, allegedly. I mean, again.
Oh, with the whole race card?
So what he did with Coca-Cola, he wanted the black people to boycott Coca-Cola. Said that because they're not dealing with black companies enough.
Right.
So he attacked them, and then he realized like Coca-Cola deals with like a pro-apartheid company in South Africa. So he shook them down with the smear campaign. So they deal with more with like black companies. But guess who the black company is? His brother-in-law. And now his brother-in-law controls the syrup distribution.
Right.
For Coca-Cola, like for a certain area, like this is what he did, and then he did it to another company where he got distribution, and then his son, I believe, Jesse Jackson Jr.
Isn't that what like the mob did?
That's exactly what they do, and then he does something with Kentucky Fried Chicken where like franchisees have to go to black owners. Like this is a guy, and we need his endorsement. We need Donald Trump's endorsement.
Right.
We need Al Sharpton's endorsement. Like this is such bullshit.
Maybe they have it figured out though. Like these Donald Trumps and
they might know something.
They have it figured out. Like that. I mean, wouldn't you do that if you had the power to do it?
I would be.
Here I am knocking them. I'm jealous because I don't have that power.
Do what? Go on YouTube and talk about the Vanity Fair party?
I mean, he can.
And how boring it was?
People are listening.
What do you think happens at his parties?
Donald? Oh, it's, everything's gold and everybody drinks champagne and stuff. I guess. And everybody kisses Donald's ass.
He's such a weird man.
It's weird. It's on for him to be in his office when he's a billionaire doing commentary on the Vanity Fair party.
Do you think he does like a lot of work? Like, what do you think he does?
He owns. He's like Gordon Gekko. He owns.
But
what did Gordon Gekko do? He just sat in his office and yelled on the phone a lot.
Yeah, but I guess like, how much work do you think he manually does?
I'm sure he's hands on with some things, but actually no. To be honest with you, I'll take that back because he's making videos, a lot of them from his office.
I think what he does, he just people entertain him because he's cutting the checks. I think that's what happens.
Right.
I think after a certain amount.
Like you were asking, what is he actually calling people and making deals? I don't think that's happening. I think his the people that are right under him, his vice presidents, his CEOs or whatever, they're all just coming to him with the ideas, and he's going, yes, no, not this yet. We'll try that later. And that's what he's doing. That's all he's doing. And then he's making videos. He should be jerking off in there.
Really like symptomatic of what happened
Not
to
making
Vanity
these
Fair.
videos.
Vanity Fair newsstand sales are down at an unbelievable number.
Like, who gives a fuck about that?
What is he talking? Well, what's like the purpose of the video? Is there like a title?
From the desk of Donald Trump, Oscar's biggest losers. So apparently,
yeah,
he wrote this on his Facebook page. Hey, get ready for my video tomorrow.
But who's paying him for this? Like, I'm sure somebody paid him for this, right? Or is he that crazy that he put it out himself? Like, he decided that he's going to make a video.
He's got to be part. Everybody, like on Monday after the Oscars, everybody's talking about the Oscars. We need to get Donald's take on the Oscars. That's what he's thinking. He's like, I got to be in there. I got to be the voice. I don't have the show that Ryan Seacrest has. I don't have a half hour on some network someplace where I could do the recap of the Oscars. So I'm going to make a YouTube video from my office because I clearly have nothing to do today. That's what he's doing. It's insane. It's insane. And it's an embarrassment.
By the way, is the Taj Mahal still open?
Yeah, in Atlantic City. But honestly, who goes to Atlantic City anymore?
It's awful, right?
Other than people from Philly and South Jersey.
I mean, the rooms are pretty nice.
And when somebody wants to slum it from New York City, they travel down there. If you have a gambling problem,
I've gone a couple times.
I was there not too long ago. It's not too bad. I kind of like the Borgata, and I was actually at Harrah's down there. I like the pool that they have there. And apparently the night I was there, they were going to have that kid from the Backstreet Boys, the blonde-headed kid. He was going to host some party, but apparently his sister OD'd on something, and he couldn't make it. Yeah. I was down there for that. Nope. I wasn't going to the party. I was at the buffet there eating.
The Trump Taj Mahal opened in 1990. Just trying to see here.
You know what's more of an embarrassment?
What?
That damn gold Trump logo on everything.
Oh.
That's an embarrassment. Not only is Donald's YouTube videos from his office an embarrassment, and his hair, completely an embarrassment. And the idea that he goes on Piers Morgan, or whatever it is, and people listen to him about the state of the economy, that's an embarrassment. But he makes YouTube videos from his office.
He's a man that made a lot of good deals because his dad had a lot of real estate, and then he lost almost everything. He went bankrupt in the 80s, and then he built his career on his personality.
I got to imagine Donald Trump Jr. is definitely waking up from his apartment just going, Dad, please don't embarrass me today. Please don't embarrass me today.
You think he cares? They're all filthy loaded. Look at the daughter.
I know, but, he's still, Donald Trump Jr. still got to make a living.
My daughter's beautiful.
She is hot. I can't believe that. I can't believe Donald produced that. That girl's pretty hot. I can't knock it. That girl's hot. You know what I mean? She's a hot piece of ass. What's her name? Ivanka? You better be hot if your name's Ivanka.
No, Ivana.
Ivana?
Ivana.
Is Ivana Trump?
Is it Ivana or
No, I think it's Ivanka.
Ivanka's the daughter. The wife. The old wife.
Can you imagine? You know what? It's probably not the most miserable life. But being
Ivanka, yeah.
But being Donald Trump's wife, that's his wife, Ivanka, right?
No, Ivanka is her. Ivana is the wife.
Ivana. Imagine being Ivana. You've been married to Donald for probably close to a decade, maybe more, right? And every fucking night in the bedroom, you got to hear about Donald's fucking day. He's coming into
that's why they got a divorce.
Oh, they did get a divorce?
No, he's married to Melania now.
Melania, that's the one. That's what I'm talking about.
They had a kid named Barron.
All right, so he's married to Melania. I got it all screwed up. He's married to Melania, right? For about more than a decade. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been a while. And she's got to sit in that fucking bedroom every day. I know she's taken care of for the rest of her life financially, but you still have to put up with Donald's fucking pompous ass every night. Him coming home going, Melania, I am the king of the world.
Dude, she's 41 now.
Did you see my YouTube clip from my office? She's 41?
Yeah.
She's probably so gacked out on champagne and wine every night just to not hear Donald.
Honestly, she's from
brag about
First
himself.
of all, she's from Sylvania.
No, yeah.
I mean, she
I take
why
back
do you
everything I just said because she's probably happy as shit.
Yeah.
She's not living in Sylvania. What the hell is that?
She had a degree in design and architecture.
Sucking dick.
Her relationship with Trump grew as she continued to model and became involved in the social scene in New York.
Really?
Yeah. She appeared on Howard Stern with Trump in 2000.
That's a credit?
Yeah, that's a credit.
I went with my husband somewhere. Yeah. That's what that is.
Howard, look at her. Look how attractive my wife is.
She's beautiful. She loves when I come into the bedroom and talk about myself and my manly prowess.
But, I mean, she's obviously... I mean, she's probably in love with him now.
No,
but
she can't be.
You grow.
I don't even know Donald Trump. I've never met him.
You fall in love with your captor.
I couldn't put up with that guy. A guy that's that cocky about himself, and he looks like he does. Being 63, could you imagine blowing Donald Trump?
I don't think
having
anybody's
to do that.
Blowing Donald Trump.
Do you think Melania is blowing him at this point?
No.
Melania, it's Tuesdays. You know what that means.
This is so funny.
Do you think his pubes are like gold plated? Do you think above his hammer it has Trump?
Etched in.
Do you think Trump has a tramp stamp that says Trump on it? Like, I guarantee he probably has that somewhere.
Yeah, they've been married, 5 years. 7 years.
I wonder if it says Trump on his headboard of his bed.
I wonder how gaudy his house is. Like, I'm sure it's nice
all gold.
place.
I've seen it. I wasn't up there hanging out, but I've seen it on like the...
oh, it's all gold. Everything is gold.
Yeah, the Barbara Walters thing. Everything's gold. It's very shiny. Like, I don't know how... If you had blue eyes... He has blue eyes. I don't know how he fucking survives in that place. So bright.
Let me see this. I'm sure he has multiple homes, but
Oh, yeah. He's got multiple golf courses. They're all the best golf courses in the world. God, this guy's a fucking... Oh, he drives me
I
crazy.
just want to see
The thing I
inside of
hate
his house.
about him is...
Oh, Donald Trump main house. Okay, here we go.
he has a massive fucking ego, and it drives me insane. People with massive egos drive me literally insane. I can't deal with
He just sold his mansion for $5 million of a loss.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, he lost money.
So he
on
took
it.
something. He took a hit there. $5 million.
11,000
It's like a
square
drop
feet.
in the bucket for him, though.
I'm trying to find like an interior shot, and I can't. I mean, it's not bad looking. Very nice home.
Yeah, that's his home, but his apartment at like Trump Plaza, whatever the hell it is, it's all gold. It's all fucking gold.
Ugh. Outdated.
It's amazing.
It's like the rich dude that was single in like the early 90s. Everything is like Formica.
That can't be. I mean, I don't know. I feel bad for Melania. Even though she's financially taken care of for the rest of her life, she has to put up with that douche every night coming home.
Maybe she likes him. Maybe she likes him.
There's no possible.
You don't know.
You can't.
People like you.
I know, but I'm a sensible guy.
People say the same about Jess. She has to come home and put up with the douche.
I'm a sensible guy. I know what I'm not good at anything.
Listen, maybe you're not. Look at how successful he is. Maybe he's doing the right thing. Maybe we just don't know.
But he's not sensible. I mean, we just listened to him from his office do a recap on the sales of Vanity Fair. Is that sensible for a billionaire to be doing?
I'm sure someone rubbed him the wrong way.
He's talking about the Oscars like he's fucking Joan Rivers on the E! Channel. I'm surprised he didn't do like the recaps of what people are wearing. What is that about? Like he thinks his opinion on everything means something, and it doesn't.
Hugh Jackman looked handsome in his John Varvatos suit.
Brad Pitt, he's tremendous. What a good-looking guy. I loved him. We played golf at Mar-a-Lago.
I have to say his Prada selection in his shoes were a little bit.
They're a little much. Who's this asshole wearing Prada shoes on the red carpet? Don't you know those, Clash? I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. Makes no sense, this guy. All right, it's the Kieran McCann Lunatic Radio Show. We'll come back. My cousin played, we talked about my cousin a lot. He played Letterman on Friday. We'll talk about that. Enough with the Oscars and Donald Trump and politics. We'll talk about chicks and music, right? When we come back right after this. More Kieran McCann's LunaticRadio.com, whatever the hell it is. Andrew Zarian in studio, everybody. Back right after this. What up, everybody? Are you drinking wine? Oh my God!
Why not?
This is gonna turn into the Hoda and Kathy Lee show.
We're going to discuss linens.
It's Kieran McCann's Lunatic Radio, broadcasting live from New York.
Can I talk about my husband, Frank?
Number to call in, 646-233-4045. The fucking asshole next to me is drinking wine right now. Dude, it is 12:22. Well, you know what? You're good. As long as it wasn't before 12. You know what's bad, though? Is when I'm around somebody drinking, I need to drink too. But I'm not going to drink wine, so...
By the way,
good.
Jonathan's coming in for the last hour.
Oh, from behind the counter?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Jonathan from behind the counter is going to stop by. Nice.
I think I'm just going to do a show like this for the rest of the show.
You know what you should have applied for? Just any hosting job on Bravo. That's what I'm thinking.
Great job in the world. This is really good wine, too.
Hover.com, by the way, are great sponsors. We love them. They're great people, right?
They are. Wonderful people.
I found a great thing that I need to do as a man. Well, I don't need to do it, but it's very interesting. And I didn't
Tell me about it, Kieran. What do you need to do?
I didn't think this was going to be possible in my lifetime. And, it sounds kind of reasonable, but it's surgery called limb lengthening surgery. Limb lengthening surgery.
Oh, this is what you need.
Yeah. Now, it's,
your life will change. You'll be a different person.
It's not like penis enlargement, people. It's actually making you taller. That's what it is. And it's like a new thing of plastic surgery. Guys are getting it. Guys that are 5'6", 5'5", 5'3", or 5 foot, they get limb lengthening surgery.
Like, I know they've done this in the past with, like, little people. That you could, I mean,
like
but
midgets?
but it's very painful.
Like midgets?
Oh, that's not appropriate, Kieran.
What, really?
Yeah, it's not appropriate.
Sure it is.
Very insulting to people.
I believe I have the story here from ABC. Yeah. Let's listen.
These two men want to be taller, and they're making it happen.
Before the surgery, when I was 4 foot 11 and a half inches, people didn't take me seriously.
I realized that the world looked at me a certain way, that I didn't look at myself in that certain way. And, you know, I wanted the way I felt about myself and the way the world felt about me to be similar.
25-year-old Akash Shukla and this 37-year-old man, who asked not to be identified, are part of a growing, no pun intended, but controversial trend in cosmetic surgery. Men who want and get their legs lengthened.
There are people that have said, you know, just accept what God gave you. But everybody...
I totally want to get this.
Yeah, no, what they do, I don't know if this is the same one. If you want to pause, they, in the chat room, Sigmund's. Is that how you say it?
Siegmund. I call him Siegmund in the chat room.
They break your femur and they reset it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Multiple times. It's an extremely painful procedure.
I got to imagine this will make you lose your agility. You know, you would have to, like, go through therapy and all this, you know, rehabilitation just to be able to walk again, no?
Kids have crooked teeth. They'll get braces.
But this isn't exactly like straightening your teeth.
Do you hear that? The bone just broke. If you break a bone, pull it apart very slowly, like a millimeter a day, the bone knows how to regenerate.
He uses the state-of-the-art telescopic implantable rod. Once inserted into the middle of the broken bones, the rod actually expands and allows new bone to grow around it. This is hardly a fast process. It takes at least 3 months to complete, including demanding and excruciating physical therapy.
All right, I'm not doing
You're going to do this?
No, fuck no.
You're done? You're not going to do it now?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm, you know what? I'm tall enough. I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. I'm tall enough. I'm not going through 3 months of painful rehabilitation just to be 3 inches taller.
That's all you could get?
Well, this guy did it. There's a guy that I think
he?
the 37-year-old did it twice. He was 5'6". He got the surgery to make him 5'9", and that wasn't good enough. So he went back and got 3 more inches added on.
Oh, that's great! You're 6'1".
Yeah,
that's phenomenal.
Yeah,
I want to do that.
The pain will go away, but the height that you gain will stay with you for the rest of your life.
I'll just drink.
Akash Shukla is now thrilled to be nearly 5'2", but this guy, who went from 5'6" to 5'9", well, that wasn't enough for him. So last fall, he went back for more surgery to add another 5 inches.
I'll be 6'2" in 4 weeks. I'm still lengthening right now.
You're growing as we speak.
As we speak.
It's the rod inside him that moves. It stretches his leg and the bone grows around it.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. What a nutty... You don't want to do this?
No. But, I would be afraid that I would look like an idiot when I'm walking because I don't think I'd be... Like, my agility and, like, I like to play golf and exercise.
Yeah, you walk like a big guy, like a giant.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's that important for me to be tall.
Walk on your tippy toes.
So I date a girl my size. Big deal. I don't care,
Traveled overseas for the surgery, as many Americans do, because leg lengthening might cost you about $85,000 with a Dr. Paley, but you could pay less than half of that with a foreign doctor. But sometimes you get what you pay for. With these internal rods, the patient is the one who controls the lengthening, actually twisting their own legs to extend the rod inside. It makes a noise, so get ready to cringe.
This is the click forward.
Ah!
This is the click back, the reset. That's much quieter.
The guy is twisting his leg and moving the rod by just twisting his foot.
Why is he doing that?
So he can lengthen it. Like, he can make it expand.
But what's going to happen to this guy's life? Like, I hope for his sake he's going to get, like, some Swedish model and become a millionaire, because if you don't, it's not fucking worth it.
You know what it is? He's just not happy with himself. Apparently, he's in the corporate world, and he bought into that whole adage that if you're not tall, people in the corporate world won't pay attention to you.
Is that what it is?
I guess. I don't know. It's just this is a guy filled with deep self-hatred. That's what it is.
You know what I do to self-hatred? I drink.
That's right, because you forget about it.
There you go.
There he is. Wine at freaking 12:20 in the afternoon.
Listen, it's perfectly fine. A lot
That
of
was
people
one
drink
click.
wine
I
with
have to
lunch.
do 9 more of those today to do my 0.70 millimeters.
Was all this worth it? All this money, all this pain?
Absolutely.
With women?
My dating life has improved exponentially.
Because of those 4 inches.
6 inches.
Hey, you want to hear my leg pop? You want to hear my leg pop?
That's yeah. I know. That's what I would be doing.
You want to reset my leg?
I would be twisting my leg so you can hear the pipe in there.
Hey, you want to see my femur?
Pop and expand.
You want to do it?
What's that?
You want to do the procedure?
I'm not doing this.
Let me ask you.
When I initially thought about it, and I actually didn't listen to this because I like listening to these clips on the air, so I can, have my initial reaction on the air. When I initially just heard about it and like limb lengthening, oh, that sounds pretty cool, but I didn't know you had to go through. I would assume there's some sort of rehabilitation and 3 months of agony.
Oh man,
I don't want to do that. And then I don't want to be turning my legs and having it pop. Like that.
Well, they say like if you're young, like they say like if you like stretch, like you hang on like the bar, like you could pull your.
Yeah, this is a good one. Scissor fight. Can I get a penis twisting growth snap? I would like that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to. I love to snap my hammer and have it grow 4 inches. That'd be great.
New people do that procedure, and it's an awfully painful and it looks awful afterwards.
With the penis enlargement?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just like adding skin and girth.
No, but it looks.
Muscle. They'll put rods in there.
But it gets all fucked up.
It's not a bone.
No, but it's extremely painful, and sometimes what happens is that after it causes so much damage, you can no longer sustain an erection.
Have they mastered the penis enlargement?
No.
surgery?
It's one of the it's extremely archaic, and it's very, very painful, and most of the time you're pretty much mutilating your penis.
Yeah, it just looks like a. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an awful, awful procedure.
2 things I'm not fucking around with is my penis and my legs getting limb length.
My legs and my penis.
Yeah. All right, here's the rest of it. Oh, I guess that's it. There we go. 2020. So that's odd, right? Would you get that? I mean, you're 5 what?
5'9".
5'9" on a good day?
I mean, I'm 5'9", and I'm wearing, an 1.5-inch heel, so I'm like 5'10.5" right now.
Jesus Christ. The hits just keep on coming with you.
Why? Look, they're shoes.
Ugh. Yeah, I got it. All right. So do the heels. Yeah, no, I understand
a little bit
that.
of a heel.
I'm a short guy. I gotta deal with the heel thing every once in a while.
But my problem was that I don't know if it's a myth, but I started working out really early. I was 5'9" when I was 13. I have not grown since I was 13.
Yeah. So
I mean, I grew. I was always tall, and I'm like, oh, I'll be 6 foot. It's great. I'm 13 years old. I'm 5'9", and then I just stopped.
I had that same problem. People tell me because I started drinking coffee at like 5.
Yeah, me too.
And
I don't know how true it is, though.
I don't know if that's true or not. People told me I'm ridiculous to think that coffee stunts my growth.
It's the same as like putting hair gel in your hair and you'll lose your hair. That's not true either.
But you're right. I did the same thing as well. I started fucking lifting weights when I was 12.
Yeah.
And I was retarded. Like I wanted to be Arnold Schwarzenegger when I was 12.
My cousin was tiny. I mean, he was like 5'2" when he was like 14 years old.
That's when I would get the limb lengthening surgery. If I'm 5'2",
no,
as a
but
guy,
you know what happened? He's 6'3" now.
I know, but what? Say you're 5'2" and you're 30 something. You're not growing anymore.
No, that's bad.
I would think I would get.
You're 5'2". You're gonna get 2 inches. You're gonna be 5'4". If you get 6 inches, you'll be 5'8".
You go for 6. You go for 6, and then you're a reasonable height, and you don't look idiotic. I gotta imagine if you're 5'2" and you're getting a limb lengthening surgery, you don't want to do it to where you're 6'3" or something because you're gonna look weird.
What if you're like 6 foot and you want another 6 inches? You want to be 6'6"?
Because that's just stupid. Because then people will be like, "You're an idiot. You're perfect at 6 foot."
Yeah. See, like my problem is like Jess is 5'6", so when she wears heels, she's taller than me.
Do girls really dig taller guys?
Yeah.
Is that the deal?
Yeah.
Or is it all
like
about
I'm just thinks I'm tiny? Like, oh, you're short. I'm like, I'm 5'9".
But you got to imagine that the personality of a man outweighs how tall they are. When it comes to girls. Yes.
No, because what happens is that a lot of shorter guys overcompensate, and then it's like, oh, you have this Napoleon complex.
I've gotten that before.
You have a Napoleon complex. How many times has someone said that to you? You have a Napoleon complex. You're like, I don't even know who that guy is. I'm like a cake.
Some girl said that to me one time, and I was half crocked. She had like little man's disease or something, or Napoleon, something like that. She said it to me, and I was a little bombed. Yeah. And about 10 minutes later, I ended up calling her a cunt. It just stuck with me.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I can swallow.
What an
it.
asshole.
I can swallow that. I can swallow it.
My
and
wife.
I was like,
my
no,
wife
I can't.
My wife thinks she's 90% sure that no man over 6 foot drives a Corvette either.
I wouldn't drive a Corvette.
I would.
That's a thing.
No, I would. Top down, red.
No,
gold chain.
Corvette says to people that you have a midlife crisis thing going on, like you're trying to relive your youth. That's why old guys. That's why you laugh at old guys who drive Corvettes. It's true.
No,
it's a stigma about it.
By the way, my uncle, he's 60. He's almost 70 now. My wife, my aunt's second husband. He has a Corvette Z06, like red top down. He's a tiny little man. He's a Jewish cowboy. He's from Texas.
And he drives a Corvette.
Hardcore. Bleach blonde hair. Bleach blonde hair, super tan, drives a Corvette.
Penis enlargement works. I don't believe it does. I got to imagine girls look at the personality of a man over how tall he is. Because you can find a tall guy. You can be tall. It's just tall doesn't mean anything. It just means you're tall. Personality means something, no? At least I hope it does. Jesus Christ. That's all I got going for me. And I don't really have that good of a personality.
No, absolutely, dude. Personality goes a long way. It's just everything else also matters.
I'm hoping
money goes. What goes a long way? Looks, personality, or money? Which one goes farther?
I gotta go money, personality, looks.
I have neither. I don't have money or personality. I just have looks.
You just have looks. I have the personality, money. Yeah. But it's the tall thing. Like, I don't know.
No, if you have personality and looks, you have a better chance of conning a girl to fall for you.
Why would you want to con a girl? Why would you ever want to do
that? That's what it
is,
dude. How do you think I got married? I conned my wife into thinking I'm a successful businessman.
What if the con
I sit at home and I play radio.
What if the con's up?
The con's never up, man. Once you get him in that...
So you're going to be lying to your wife for the rest of your life? Or hopefully
dude,
one
like
day.
It's the hair. Like she saw the hair and she's like, wow, it's like hypnotizing almost.
Why do guys feel like they need to con women in order for them to love them?
You don't think that's what it is? I
don't think so.
You don't think dating is a con? I think both sides con the other one. It's a total lie at first, and you fall in love with that lie. Nobody's honest when they start dating.
Maybe I've never had like millions of girlfriends or whatever, but I've never conned anybody to sleep with them. That's odd. Isn't that weird? Don't you feel ashamed of yourself? Like, wouldn't you want to know that, if you're, relationship with somebody, it's not a con?
Let me ask you, when you start a relationship, maybe that's your problem.
I don't lie.
See, it's not a lie. It's not a lie.
No, it's
a front. You put on this face.
Front is a lie, isn't it?
When you start dating someone, what do?
I say, hello, my name's Kieran. What's your name? And then when we get into the conversation, I start off with some laughs, All
right, first date, where do you go? First date.
No, it's not the first date.
I'm the girl.
No, I don't go out with somebody. I've never done the, I meet the person on the first date. I've never done that.
No.
I've always gotten to know somebody.
So here's the thing. I hook you up with a friend, okay? Where do you guys go on your first date?
Someplace casual.
Where?
I don't know. Whatever. Someplace that has food. It doesn't matter what it is.
Okay, so where are you taking me? I'm the girl. Look at this face. So, Kieran, where are you taking me?
I'm honestly not going to try to impress them where I take them. I don't give a fuck. I'd rather just have a place that's quiet.
Okay, that's quiet, but where? Like right now, where would you take a girl?
Some place that's convenient.
Give me a place.
I don't know a place.
Give me a place.
I would go, where would you like to go?
Would you go to Press?
Yeah, because it's local and it's right there.
But so you go to Press. That's fine. It's
fine. It's just like a bar. It's not like I gotta go get.
Is this lunch or dinner?
Lunch.
How about for dinner?
Same place.
You're not going to Morton's. You're not going to Le Cirque.
Cause no, fuck no.
Oh, come on.
No, to be honest with you, because I wouldn't go to those places on my own. I was taking me.
It doesn't matter where you're taking yourself. It's not about you.
I know it's not about me, but what I'm telling you...
I eat Thai food now, Kieran. Do you understand? I never ate Thai food.
Here's the difference. When you're taking your girl out on the first date, right? You're like, okay, the restaurant that I take her to is going to hammer it home. It doesn't matter what I say at dinner. It's the restaurant. See, I'm different.
Sure.
It's matter what I say at dinner, not the place.
No, my first date with my wife, she was my bartender, and we went to the bar.
Right.
Went to that bar.
So there you go.
And we hung out.
That's good.
Yeah, but that was a lunch thing. It's not like I told her, like, meet me there at night.
Yeah, but she didn't marry you based on the fact that you take her to nice restaurants.
She married me based on my hair and my six-pack. And now that's gone, and my hair is leaving also.
Yeah, this marriage has got a fucking time limit on it.
Yeah, it's ticking, man. Every day. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. You said hourglass? That's my marriage. No, but
here's Andrew's
that's my marriage.
As soon as this bottle's empty, it's over. Freaking 80-gallon bottle of vodka sitting behind me in the studio. You should start drinking that. See,
I do drink that.
Now you're getting interested in the vodka that's behind me.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You can't con your women. I think women personality outweighs the how tall a guy is, and I'm hoping, and how much money he makes. I think in the long run, yes, personality outweighs all that. Yes, I hope. Any girls in the chat room, chime in with that. I'd like to know. Because I said in the last segment, no way Melania Trump is thrilled with Donald. She's got to be annoyed with this buffoon who's completely egotistical. He has no personality, but he has a lot of money, and he's tall. There's no way she's loving him completely. I'm telling you.
You don't think so?
No.
No way.
No.
I think she fell in love with him after.
I think she's just set in her ways now. I mean, what's she gonna do? I mean, if she does divorce, I'm sure she's got a nice little what do they call them? Prenup, and she's probably gonna get like $23 million or something like that, just by marrying him. I'm sure he's gonna give her some cash. She can bail on that thing anytime she wants.
His prenup is ironclad. I mean, she's probably gonna get a couple $1 million, and then she'll go away.
Yeah,
and that's fine.
I'm telling you, she'll do that. She'll do that. You can't stay with Donald Trump. He's all about himself. Here's a guy who's just locked up in himself. He could blow himself. He would.
I think that's his part. But again, we don't know. It's easy to judge this guy. It's easy to judge you based on who you were on the air. It's easy to judge me based on my hair. It's fine. I understand that.
Right.
But
you're pretty boy.
People think when you first met me, what did you think of me? You thought an asshole. You thought like a pompous asshole. Yeah.
I didn't want to just come out and say.
No, that's what everybody thinks.
And
then you realize that I am a pompous asshole, and then you were right. But
I thought you were. I don't know what I thought of you.
People think.
Well, you thought I was an asshole.
Yeah, but I'm going based on your on-air personality.
Off here, I'm kind. See, look, Mongram personality outweighs everything. It's the only thing that lasts, right? Money doesn't last. Well, your height will last, I guess.
Your height does last.
That lasts. But personality is what keeps people around.
Yeah, but you don't fall. See, this is the thing with me.
I've never heard of
nobody meets somebody who's like, oh, he has such a great personality.
Yeah, of course they do.
When you get into a relationship,
I've never heard a girl say, you know what, I love him. He's so tall. I've never.
No. I'm talking about when you first meet someone. What is the first thing you see when you're attracted to somebody? You don't see the personality.
No,
you see the
obviously
looks.
you see looks.
Yeah,
you can't see a personality.
So everything else is secondary.
No, it's not. So
if it's the looks that you're attracted to, the personality is second. So then you decide based on past the looks, like, okay, am I going to stay with this person?
You get to talk to the person based on looks. You get this maybe spark up the conversation, but the personality and what comes out of your mouth,
it keeps you there.
That's what keeps them there.
I think it's such
like I don't just turn on a movie and see the subtitles or the title of the movie and go, oh fuck, I love this movie. No, I watched the movie.
It might. If it was like Jizz Central, might be something you want to watch.
Right, I'm interested.
Yeah,
initially. And if the Jizz Central sucks,
and if it's like,
not about jizz, I'm not there.
Yeah, there you go.
The movie sucked.
That's dumbing it down for Kieran.
We started the show talking about politics and.
Do you know, like when I have to explain something to Kieran, like something with work, I have to put in the word jerking off to keep his attention.
There are trigger words.
I do that all the
focused.
time.
Yeah.
I have to like dumb down the conversation to the level of Lunatic Radio.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I like that. It's fun. It's fun to be goofy. Come on, people. You can't talk politics all the time, right?
No, I think when it comes to dating, first of all, dating is. I would love to do like a social experiment where I go out and like I've been with Jess for 7 years.
Right.
It's totally different. I mean, I'm sure like I'm totally out of loop. Like I wonder how I would do now. Like if you put me in that environment, how would I do? How would I thrive?
Just the radio angle. You would work the radio angle so
much.
much.
Man, I would work the radio angle so much.
Absolutely. I was told that when I worked at WNEW in Manhattan. Everybody told me, he's like, work the radio angle. And I never did.
Yeah. No. See, that, and I tell Jess all the time, she's like, well, you're not as good looking as you were. So that's out. I'm like, yeah, but I got the radio thing. I'm like, you don't understand. Like, I am a minor celebrity on the way I present it. Like, so if I meet a girl in a bar, they're going to be like, oh, so what do you do? And I'm like, oh, I have a web TV show. I have, and they're like, oh, how does it do? I'm like, oh, we have about 2 million people. That's impressive. They think there's money. Have a couple $100, put all singles in.
But isn't that bragging, though?
It's not bragging.
Why would you just say you have a web TV show and leave it at that?
No, and then the conversation sparks on that because then they're like, well, is it a successful show or is it like bullshit?
Chicks ask me about my radio experience. I go, yeah, I do a show. It's kind of, whatever. It's not for you. That's usually what I say. But then again, I usually meet girls via the radio show, so there you go.
No, you got to play it up. I would play up the radio thing. People think I'm really successful. It'd be a whole thing. I put them on the show.
The thing is I don't want to con anybody.
It's not conning. It's not
conning. It's bragging. Bragging
but
is
that's
conning.
Why you're single.
I know. And I'd rather meet the girl.
Bragging is not conning.
Every girl that I've met and I've dated, I haven't conned, and they've been cool with it. They're cool. They liked me. I'm still friends with them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good friends
We're
now.
good friends. I'm in the friend zone.
No. We're just good friends right now. She's my best friend.
That's always my goal with every girl I date. I want to end up in the friend zone. It's fucking brilliant.
Mine, Graham says, explain how you and Ash met.
Oh, via the web. On the show.
Okay.
Yeah, the show.
That's fine.
She popped on one day, and I was like, wow, that girl's pretty.
On Stick'em.
Stick cam. Yeah, back in the day, we used to have the stick cam thing. Yeah, and I was like, wow, she's pretty. And I said one day, hey, Rock, give her my number.
Why was she interested in you?
I don't know. I think she was just interested in the whole radio thing. She didn't know about it, I guess, and
she didn't understand how unsuccessful it is.
Apparently, but no, I think we had an initial conversation on the air, and I guess I made her laugh, and I just was like, hey, give that girl my number. I'm gonna find out more about her, and she called me, and then my personality over the phone.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we became, kind of entranced with each other.
Look at you,
my personality,
modern day.
Whodunit?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But again, it was probably the radio thing that initially is that mystique that is he successful? Is he not? It's some sort of celebrityhood.
I don't think it was that at all.
It is some sort of celebrityhood.
No, because when I initially talked to my last girlfriend, I was, very in tune to what she had to say. I didn't care what I said. I wanted to hear about her. I don't care about what I do. You know what I mean? What? That's how I listen to her. That's what you do.
I didn't understand a word you said. I'm getting a little buzz from the wine.
No, you when you initially meet a girl, you should ask her about herself and what she does.
No, sure. But they're going to ask you back.
Yeah, and I give a little.
I'm not going to sit there and just talk about myself. You're going to go there and you're going to start talking about them.
That's what you just explained.
No. They're going to say, "What do you do?" What am I going to say? I don't do anything.
Well, yeah, explain what you do.
Yeah. I'm on the radio.
You were like, 5 million listeners.
No,
minor celebrity.
No. What happens?
I got great hair. My dick is huge.
Give you a perfect example. All lies, by the way. Let's say you're sitting at the bar. You make some comment about their drink.
Right.
Like when I go to press, I'm always getting into some sort of conversation. That's just how it is because somebody sits at the bar.
Right.
And then, you look over. It's a close thing. I mean, you're, right here.
Yeah, you're sitting next to somebody at a bar. Yeah.
So they'll make a comment, and then you, make a joke back.
Right.
That's the opening thing. You make a joke. If they laugh, you're in. So you'll say, hi, I'm Andrew. And they'll go, I'm Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I went with Ashley. Sorry.
Got kind of odd right there.
Yeah. getting a little weird. Hi, I'm Rachel.
Yeah.
Is there a Rachel that you dated also?
No, I didn't date Rachel.
So like, are you from the neighborhood? Yeah, I'm from Whitestone. Where are you from? I'm like, I live a couple blocks up. It's an easy thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
I get loaded and I can walk home. That's my opening.
Oh, good. Because that.
Boom. They do a little laugh.
Right.
Yeah. So then I rely on the bartender to kind of say something.
So you're setting up
what
the
I'll
con.
do.
You're setting up the con.
Of course. So then you'll do like a Dave, you got to make sure you send me that email. And Dave's like, yeah, I got the band, I got the this, I got that. And I'm like, yeah, we'll put you on the show. Then they turn around and say, by the way, for a married man, I got a lot of plans, right? Then they'll be like,
no, it's retarded.
Then they'll be like, are you in a band? That's the opening. They'll always say like, oh, are you in a band? When they hear show.
We're completely different human beings.
Oh, we're so different.
So different.
They'll be like, oh, are you in a band? I'm like, no, I do radio. And they're like, oh, what station? And I cringe, of course. You know what I mean? Like, I cringe a little.
Yeah.
And you do, and then you say, well, it's not radio. It's web TV actually. It's not on the radio. It's web TV. And then I sometimes lie, and I'll be like, well, we have syndication on XM.
Ugh.
It's not that much of a lie because Spencer was on XM.
It's true. At one point.
And then I invite them to the strip club.
And by the way, I should be included in that lie because I have conversations with the guy who runs it.
Yeah.
So,
and then what I would do is I'm like, hey, we do a show from Sapphires in the City. You remember the old scores? And be like, yeah, I've always wanted to go to a strip club. Well, how about this? What are you doing Wednesday? I'm working. I'm like, okay, after work, I'll send a limo. I'll pick you up and you come to the club.
Oh.
Boom. You are in.
I know you're in.
Done deal, pal.
But that's sad.
It's not sad.
Everything's a con in that whole conversation.
Nothing is a con. There's a limo. There's a club.
There's nothing.
There's a show.
You couldn't argue those points in court. All those facts that you said about it.
I was becoming a lawyer. What do you think I do?
Yeah, those aren't concrete. Come on, man.
Yeah, but what would you do if you were a girl? You're like, wow, this guy's picking me up in a limo.
Of course,
taking me to
impressed.
A club.
If they
and then the personality comes in after that.
Yeah,
like you got to get the opening okay. Once you get the opening okay,
but you didn't need to lay it on like that.
You didn't lay it on.
Hey,
no, it's a very casual thing. It's a very casual.
Why
thing.
couldn't you say, hey, my name's Andrew. Isn't it a nice weekend? You having a nice weekend? And she goes, yes.
Yeah, she's gonna be like, yes. Stop fucking talking to me.
I love the food
I have no
here.
interest in you.
I love the food here.
Yeah, so do I.
Or you can just go for it all and just take out your dick.
Yeah, take it out. You're like, how do you like this? All 2 inches.
Just slap it on the table.
Bam.
Go, what do you think, baby?
No, everything is a con, dude. Life is a con. You
I
go for a job interview. What do you think you're doing?
Presenting myself in an honest way.
No. I'm the only asshole that hires people that are honest.
I know. That's why you're so successful.
Yeah. No. You're telling me you don't pull out the radio thing?
Never.
You don't be like, I've been doing radio for 10 years?
Never.
Well, that's a problem.
I know. I've been like,
it's a competition, dude.
I've had sex based off the radio show, but it's not.
Jonathan is walking in, by the way.
It's not because, whatever. I don't brag about it.
It's not bragging. It's not bragging. It's a conversation. That's what everybody does. Everybody's talking. Like I was at the bar and this girl was talking about. She's like, yeah, I just got hired at this bank, like at a firm, like a financial firm, and she was excited, so she wanted to talk about it. I had a conversation about finance with her.
Is that the thing, though? Let's ask the people checking out the radio program. Is that a thing, like, if you initially meet somebody, do you actually throw in a lie, like a little white lie?
Not a lie. There's nothing that I said that was a lie.
But it's not exactly the truth.
What did I leave out?
Well, no, I'm just...
What wasn't the truth?
I'm just saying...
I am on radio. I am doing radio.
It's bragging. Bragging's a little bit of a lie.
No.
Come on.
No. Bragging is not a lie.
I think
bragging is... First of all, it's not bragging.
It's the cousin of a lie. It's a cousin of a lie. Bragging is the cousin of a lie.
Bragging?
Yes.
No, you could brag about the truth.
It's still the cousin of a lie to me. It is.
You thought of that in your head, and now you're like, wow.
I'm trying to think. You're right. I guess if you have $1 million in the bank, you can go to the ATM and it says you have $1 million in the bank. But if you're bragging about that, it's still kind of shady to me.
Your problem is that you think talking anything about yourself is bragging.
I think
it's not.
I think being humble is...
No, you could be humble about it.
You should be humble.
No, you could be humble about it.
Are you being humble about that?
I didn't say anything that was a lie or that was rubbing in our face.
What about how you said the thing with the bartender? Hey, Dave, send me an email about that band. I got to book the Garden next week.
Because Dave always talks about... No. Dave always talks about me about setting up a band on the show.
Mm.
So I just brought it up. It's strategy, man. That's life.
Maybe it's strategy.
That's life. What do you think? Why do you think we're
fact of the matter is, I think for the people out there, Andrew's complete scumbag. I'm sensible. What do you think? I don't lie to your people.
The first question everybody asks is, "What do you do?" Yeah, you know what? It's not always the first question, but I always get that. Like, you'll talk about something, and then they'll be like, "Oh, so what do you do?"
Mm.
And then I would turn around and be like, "I do radio. I do web TV, or I do radio, depending on how intelligent I think someone is."
Right.
Because if someone is, I see that they're smart and they got a couple gadgets with them, I'll tell them I do web TV because they'll understand what it is.
Mm.
If someone doesn't understand it, then I say I do radio, and then I'll explain it later. Just worry about it later.
All right. I don't know.
It's a game, dude. It's a game.
But I'm going to get that limb lengthening surgery, so I'm not lying to people when I say I'm tall.
I'll give you an example, okay? When I started the network, I had to kind of push and take certain keywords and present them in a certain way because I'm trying to grow the company. So I have to make it seem like it's a little bigger than it is.
When you would send out press statements, they were kind of not all exactly.
They're never lies, but that's what every press statement is. You know what I mean? You'd be like, GFQ Network hits all-time high in internet broadcasting. That would be the opening, title.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's nothing to lie about that. We did probably hit an all-time high in internet broadcasting for us.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how you play the game. It's the same thing with relationships.
Right.
It's not
a relationship is not a game. It's different.
Yeah, but when you have 10 guys trying to approach the same girl, then it's a game. Then it becomes a competition on who's going to be able to get her attention.
Well, that's the thing. I don't play that game.
Dude, I'll give you an example. I get asked all the time for me to add a show to the network. Like, I get emails all the time.
Right.
And they're like, "Hey, I want to join GFQ."
Right.
There's certain people that I am more inclined to respond to than other people. And it's the way that the email is presented to me. Yes, I can read through the bullshit. Of course, a girl can too. But something catches my attention. Like with you guys, why did I bring Lunatic Radio on?
I have no idea.
I have no idea either. I say that to myself all the time.
It was a drunken mistake you made one point. Now you're regretting it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can't imagine it's being that difficult to keep a woman's attention. Yes, it is.
Yeah. Well, no. You know what's difficult? I'll give you an example. Attractive girl sitting at a bar. Every guy in there, married or not, is thinking about her. Every guy. That's just how it works.
Yes.
And every guy is thinking about what they want to do with her, what they're going to say to her, and what they could say now. So a lot of them, 50% will not approach her.
Right.
Off the bat.
Because they don't want. They're like me. They don't want to play the damn game.
So then you got to look at, okay, who's in the vicinity of her? Maybe 3 or 4 guys. If you're there, 5 guys. Now you're competing with these 5 guys to get her attention if you're trying to approach her.
Right.
Every guy has their go-to bullshit in their head.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you going to do it?
I'm not.
You got to seem confident? Well, you're not. That's your problem. You're not.
I'm different, though.
You're not.
I understand.
You wait. You know what your thing is? You wait for the girl to come to you.
Well, yeah.
And then when they come to you and they start calling you, you don't call them.
No, I called them.
You call them.
I called them back.
Or what happened with our friend?
Hey, I called her after that we left.
Did you?
Yeah, and I said, I'll go on your tip and whatever. And I got no tip.
What? You know what? I have to have her call into the show.
Dara?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's fun, man. She was a good chick. All right, John just stepped in. We'll get him, see what he's up to. We got to play the thing from Letterman, man. We had Eric on from Leo Augustine's last week, yeah. And we have the clip from Letterman. We haven't played that yet. All right, we'll do that, and we'll see what John's up to. More Kieran McCann's Lunatic Radio right after this, everybody. What up, everybody? Are you situated, John Boy, over there?
I'm good.
All right, there he is. Kieran McCann's Lunatic Radio.
Hey.
With Andrew Zarian. Number to call in, 646-233-4045. Good morning to everybody out there on the West Coast. Still waking up. Done with winter.
Good morning, good morning. In the news this morning, good morning.
Yeah, we're up. A lot to do. Oh, we still got to play. I don't know. I'm still frustrated about the last segment. You're just a scumbag.
By the way, second glass of wine.
He's drinking a second glass of wine.
It's 1 o'clock.
I thought about getting a beer before I came here.
Did you hear the segment?
No. I just walked in when hearing you guys at each other's throat.
I don't think it's a scumbag thing. It's, you're playing the game, man.
He literally started off the conversation by saying that he conned his wife into marrying him.
That is true.
He did say that.
Okay.
And then he tried to justify all the, the ways of picking up women. And I was like, why don't you just be honest with him? He's like, fuck that.
Well, I mean, I think in the long run, any interactions with women that are dealing with trying to get them in bed is basically fooling them into liking you.
Well, don't try to get him into bed right off the bat. You know what I mean?
But that's the first instinct.
The girl, I know a girl, if a girl's going to bang her, she knows right off the top. So you don't need,
No,
no,
I don't believe that.
No.
I don't believe in that.
You don't believe in that?
I believe that can be changed.
Yeah, that's if it's looks, if it's 100% looks. But when you look like a magician, it sometimes is difficult. Like, you need a certain type. Like, I am Jessica's type. Like, the guys that she likes are, like, swarthy.
So she's, like, a big fan of Chris Angel and shit?
No, she likes, like, John Stamos.
Ugh.
Like, she's a big, like anything
very
that's
angular
like,
man.
Yeah, like anything that's, like, Mediterranean, like...
She wants
like
you to
Antonio Banderas.
She wants dudes that smells like white sauce.
Yeah. Everything with white sauce.
John, what do you think, though? I mean, isn't it cool to be honest with a chick? Wouldn't you rather have sex with the girl you've been honest with the entire time?
Oh, absolutely. It's completely rewarding.
Thank
you. If you have
rewarding.
If you have the beautiful moment of actually finding someone that likes you for who you are from the get-go, from the start, it's amazing. But unfortunately, the law of averages says that will not happen.
Okay,
because most times and not, especially situations you guys are talking about, like a bar situation, most women have their guard up automatically because they are going to have 1,000 people, come at them.
And scumbags.
Well, don't meet fucking girls at bars.
I don't.
My wife, I met her in a bar. She was my bartender. I met her in the bar. You know what our opening?
All he knows.
No, but do you know that? You know what our opening conversation was about? We made fun of Terry Schiavo.
Oof.
Oh, wow. You classy couple.
Our second conversation, the Pope died, and we made fun of the Pope.
I can appreciate that.
See, that's showing your personality.
But it showed that she's as awful of a human being as I am, and we worked.
Right. It's co-conspirating on misery.
Yeah. Like, I actually, what I said was, a girl was having, like, an allergic reaction to something. I'm like, wow, look at her. Look at Terry Schiavo over there. And then she did, like, the whole Terry Schiavo face.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, oh, my God, she got the reference. I got to con this one to marry me because nobody else would laugh at such an awful thing. 7 years.
I'm with John. John and I we're normal people. We're not drinking wine at fucking 1 o'clock
imagine John being like I imagine John like walking around with like a black cape and a top hat and putting like roofies in people's drinks.
I wish I was my rap.
You know what? He looks distinguished, you know?
I imagine he kills prostitutes.
I used to. I got over that. Yeah. I saw somebody for a little while.
A bad habit you
got over.
He's a man talk. What is it? The Long Island Butcher?
It's like cigarette smoking. You know, like sometimes you want to, marry a girl and sometimes you want to cut their hands off.
That's what I love about women. You can fucking kill them and stuff. What is that saying? I forget what it is. Can't shoot them.
Can't shoot them.
But very real.
Cut their heads off and drive down backwards I-95. Yeah.
I don't think anyone really is setting out to meet anyone in a bar though. I think sometimes it happens. Sometimes you have some good results out of it.
No,
but
you go to a bar to get laid.
No, some people do.
You're drinking and you're around attractive women. How can you like? Animal instincts are going to come into a play. We still are like animals that want to sleep.
But see, my a big turn off for me is the drunk bar girl.
Oh, hell yeah.
I get really annoyed, and I actually get really angry, almost aggressively angry at the drunk bar girl.
Because she's not being responsible for herself?
No, because she's being belligerent and annoying and loud. I don't like that.
See, that's a scumbag. That's a scumbag response.
You're like,
you know what I would do?
Well, you have the double.
No, you know what I am? Just so I don't have that 10 minutes where she has to wait for the cab. I'm like, no, you're fine to drive.
Drunk girls are the best.
That's me.
Go die.
Drunk girls are the best.
By the way, we have a Jessica has a friend, and the friend drinks like she's a really bad drunk. And I kind of don't like her from the beginning, but like she's like a bad drunk.
Right.
Where she gets loud and she wants to eat something, so she eats with her mouth open, and she's just awful. And she was like, I think I'm going to stay here tonight. I don't know if I could drive. I'm like, dude, you're not drunk. Here are your keys. And I just ship them out of the door. I'm like, listen, if it gets blurry, just close one eye.
I get it.
Good luck to you. Good luck to you, Toots.
Good luck.
I get that.
You're sending her out the door hoping she dies so you don't have to hang out with her anymore.
Or you just don't have to worry about them anymore. That's basically what it is. You just want to excommunicate them from your
So if she actually drove home and got blasted by somebody...
Wouldn't feel guilty.
No, not at all?
She's an idiot. Why'd she drive drunk?
Well, you threw her keys at her.
I'm sorry. You know what? I could have had a bag of heroin and a needle and said, here, have fun. She could have made that decision on her own.
What would have been your response to that? Like, you threw her keys at you. The cops say that to you afterwards when you find out she's dead. You're the one that gave her the keys.
How did they find out I gave her the keys?
Well, they just
it's not my job to babysit her.
You would say that to
She's
a
a grown
cop.
adult. You're a scumbag. What do you want me to say? She shouldn't have had that much
I
to
always
drink.
thought the scumbag thing was an act, but it actually isn't. It's perfect.
No. I'm a total asshole.
You wear it well.
Yeah.
He's a sweetheart. This is all
cocksucker. Bad man.
I'm nice to people I like. Listen, if you do me wrong and I don't like you, I'm not gonna like you. I'm not gonna entertain you. I'm sorry.
It's a weird thing. It's like you're like a nice scumbag. I don't know what the hell. That's how I label you. He's a hangoutable scumbag.
Nicest
When have I been a
know.
scumbag to you?
You have been the whole time.
The whole back.
No, not to me. You're not a scumbag to me.
No, when have I ever been a scumbag? Never, right? How about you? Never. Yeah.
But
Complete sweetheart.
In general, you are to the outside world.
No, to people that I don't like. I don't want to entertain myself with you. I find no need for you in my life if I dislike you.
The Shah.
The Shah. He calls me the Shah.
What is
the Shah of GFQ?
The Shah. That's his role model. That's
That
who.
is?
Yeah, he wants to be.
I want to be the Shah of Iran. That's who I want to be. I want to be.
That's who he builds his features around. His.
I want to have awful human rights laws.
If you could wear a uniform, you would.
Oh yeah.
Like the whole Castro.
Like if like people wouldn't like look at me weird, I would walk around in a uniform all day long. Like every show would be done in like my colonel outfit.
I would like to see that. I would definitely like to see that. You need to start wearing.
Which
a beret.
he knows that.
Yeah.
I wear a crown too. I have a crown right there.
It's a nice crown.
This is ridiculous. All right. By the way, we had Eric from We Are Augustines on the show last week. They were going to play Letterman on Friday night. He came on to talk about it, and we actually have the clip from We Are Augustines making their national TV debut on Letterman last Friday night. So let's give a listen to this. Actually, Letterman had something nice to say at the end.
Oh, wow. He sometimes, if he doesn't like the band, he doesn't say anything.
Yeah, he actually said something. So here we go.
Television debut with us tonight. Their album right here is entitled Rise, Ye Sunken Ships. Please welcome We Are Augustines.
Pretty good right there, right?
That's awesome.
Yeah, listen to the end there. Letterman has something to say.
Thank you very much. Good to have you with us. Nice job. We are Augustines. You know, ladies and gentlemen, what they're trying to tell us, life is an ocean, and we are all ships. Now, if your ship has sunk, don't despair, don't lose hope. Rise, ye sunken ships.
There you go.
Yeah, he digged the lyrics, huh?
See you next Sunday morning. Good night, everybody.
That's rare.
Yeah.
He usually doesn't say anything.
No.
He's just like, yeah, good night, everybody. You know?
There were the few occasions where he actually does a comment or he actually congratulates them or, you know, there's like I think 3 occasions where they actually asked him to play an encore.
Yeah. Who was it? Do you remember?
There was a guy from like last year that had a hot song. I don't remember what it was, but it's rare. It's very, very rare.
Yeah. No, it's pretty cool.
Isn't it funny how like we have over the years, like we know Letterman's personality, and that is considered a big deal.
Yeah.
If he says something to you, like, can you imagine? Like, it's
that's
so
what everybody
interesting.
was saying when I was watching it, and I was fucking excited as all hell. You know, I got all prepared. I had like pre-gamed for it. I was gonna, you know, 'cause my cousin on Letterman. It's weird. So, you know, I was watching it, and all of a sudden, when he came to shake his hand, I was like, wow, he's shaking his hand, and whoa, crap, he's saying something that never happens. I was just like, shit.
Dave's a big deal, man.
Yeah, that's a huge deal.
That's a dude who really like he's you know kept his image and what he's wanted to do and really like you know he gave respect to Johnny Carson, wanted to always be like Johnny Carson, and now he's so far from that type of character and he's developed his own like we know what Dave is.
Yeah. Like Dave, I think Dave is the new Carson. He's got that vibe to
Well,
him. Not as much because Carson was the hottest thing back in the day.
I think Dave is a lot more cerebral than Carson was.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
Dave isn't silly. Like, Dave is, I guess to New Yorkers, because to the rest of the country, they hate him.
Yeah.
And they consider him like a smug New Yorker, considering the fact that he lives in Montana on a farm.
Yeah.
Like, people don't really realize that about Letterman, but he has this New York vibe about him. And that's why I guess we relate to him. We like Dave way over Leno. I mean, I can't stand Leno.
No, I never had any patience for Leno.
I love it, though, man. That was cool to watch him on...
Yeah,
they were good. He was very generous, though. They come on the show the other day. It was good. So what did you think? It was good? It sounded good.
I thought it was great.
I thought they did
great.
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, I thought they sounded pretty good.
So when are they coming in here?
I don't know. We'll talk to them. I think he's, well, they're in Europe now, and then they'll be back in New York. They're playing a gig in New York, actually.
Where?
They're playing Webster Hall on the 22nd.
Oh, right on.
We should go.
So,
go.
yeah, I think I might go to that, actually.
I'll go.
Like Band of Skulls? Is that another band?
Band of Skulls.
Holy crap. Did you play for them or something?
No.
Jesus, that was perfect.
I'm really working on my metal voice.
Yeah, like Band of Skulls, I think, is headlining. So I think I might go to that. So maybe before that? Because we got to catch them, like, on a day because they're literally all over the map.
Yeah. We'll get them on when they come in.
Yeah.
You know, when they're in New York, we'll just grab them in here.
I can't call him
maybe
right
do
now.
like an acoustic set.
He's in London or something. Yeah.
Nice acoustic set.
That'd
That'll
be
be
really
nice.
cool.
Yeah, that'd be real cool.
Maybe have like 2 of their fans show up.
It might be. There's a little bit more than 2.
Maybe. No. We could have like 2 people in here. Maybe they could watch them.
I'll just
a very intimate thing.
Yeah, it's weird. Will I have to sneak them in here? It's not that big, right? I don't know.
No, they're a big band, dude.
They're a big
They're
band.
bigger than you think.
I don't know.
They have this huge like Brooklyn following.
Yeah,
They're from Brooklyn.
That's always
Everybody
a big
knows
thing,
them,
especially in New York.
Yeah, I'll just sneak him in. I'm sure he does. He's not at that point in his career where he's getting noticed on the street.
I don't know, man. The internet allows for a bigger connection with artists now, and people get like really, really,
yeah, man,
high on these guys.
I got recognized. I mean, that's bizarre.
Yeah, that is bizarre.
You know what
actually.
I mean?
I think I've been recognized for different reasons.
Yeah.
Wait,
it's like, hey, you're Chris Angel.
Wait, I saw you on the. Hold on.
No, I got.
You're on the Touch Kid list.
My mommy says don't go near you. No, I got recognized as that guy on Stickam that does a show.
That's right. And you posted that on Twitter and then Bragging Jackass.
And I was on braggingjackass.com.
Yeah. But it'd be nice to have him down here. That would be like
cool.
a really big get. And it would be kind of weird because it's my cuz.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like that would, I can't.
I think it's a really great opportunity for a good show.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be they sound good too, man, no matter where they are.
Yeah, they sound awesome. And Webster Hall is a great venue for them.
Yeah.
I love the fact that Westboro Hall has these like great musicians perform, and then it's like this shit nightclub.
Yeah, I love the venue. I absolutely. That's one of my favorite venues to go to. I think it's one of the last that are still built to actually view a show. Everything is so far away and oddly shaped.
Band of Skulls are great. They have a song in a TV commercial.
Of course they do.
All right.
Hammerstein is a good venue too.
Yeah.
I like the Manhattan.
I like Hammerstein.
Is it still the Hammerstein or is it the Manhattan Center now? Or
I
both?
think it's Manhattan Center. I don't think it's Hammerstein.
It's not Hammerstein.
I haven't heard a ticket for Hammerstein in a long time.
I still call it the Hammerstein Ballroom. I guess so.
I went to where did I go? I went to the Best Buy Theater last week.
Where
used to be Nokia, the Nokia Theater.
Yeah.
Really weird venue, but it's pretty roomy inside. But you're like, it's the worst fire trap because you're going to the heart of this underground like lair.
Hopefully there will be a fire and many people will die.
I'm glad I didn't die.
I'm trying to look at their tour dates. I know they got some big events coming up. People want to know about it. I'm trying to look at to see when we can get them in. Actually, that's what I'm trying to look at. March 4th, they're in Manchester. Then they're in London. Then they're in Austin, Texas. like fucking 7 days later. Holy crap! They're all over the place.
We should
When are they in Austin?
On the 13th
of March.
Yeah.
When is South by Southwest?
They're playing South by Southwest.
Oh, are they? Okay, that's what I thought so. That's a great place to be performing.
Yeah. I've always wanted to go to those things.
South by?
Something. I've always wanted to go there.
Yeah, they've played it a couple times.
We were planning on going last year.
Let's see. Houston, Texas. Then they're playing Dallas, Texas. Then they're in Atlanta, Georgia on the 19th. Nashville, Tennessee, and then they are probably back here. So we got to get them in. What is the 22nd? The 22nd's like
March.
What is that? What day is that? What day can we get them in? 22nd of March is a Thursday, so we have to get them on the 21st. Maybe.
All right.
On a Wednesday.
Make it happen.
Whatever. We'll do it.
We're gonna have to get them beers or something. Cause
it's a morning show.
Yeah, but they're rock stars.
No problem.
They're rock stars. I gotta blow them.
You should get them blown. If they are coming by, you should get them blown. You should have a contest for fans.
Oh, yeah. All right. So they're in Atlanta, Georgia, Nashville. Then they're at Webster Hall. So they're in Manhattan, and then they're in Philly.
That's cool.
So we'll get them in. We'll try. I'll give it a shot. At least he's back in.
You want me to do it for you?
No, it's my cousin. I think I
don't
can talk
know.
to him.
Well,
no, I'm not having your smarmy ass talk to him.
Want me to get him in?
Would you like to come on my show?
I'm a wizard. We do magic tricks.
I'll get him in. I'll get him in good.
You got anything you want to talk about over there, John Boy?
Because
I'm going to close shop on this bad boy. I know it's been a short appearance for you, but you did have a great story that you said you didn't want to talk about.
I did. I've become more wary. I think I'm a very proud person, and I think that I have to be very wary of what I say on it.
On the internet, yeah.
On the internet, so
you've said a lot already.
You don't want to go into this one?
I don't know. I'll go into it. It's a
oh really?
It's a fairly decent story.
Honestly, you're good. All right, go ahead.
All right. So came out of work yesterday, and I was like exhausted, completely exhausted. So I decided to go to a massage parlor that I haven't been to in a really long time, and it's a reputable place. Like you get
a reputable place.
You get
like a real massage parlor?
You get a great massage.
No rub and tug.
Who says nothing about no rub and tugs? You will get a
sensual massage.
A sensual massage.
Yes, with the cherry on top.
All right, so you go to the massage place.
So I haven't been there in a while. It's very affordable. It's very cool. I am not saying where it is, where I went or anything.
Right.
So I go in. I'm like, you know what? The last time I was here, I was a complete, like, I'm not going to the part of this part because the last time I was there, I went there really messed up. I was really messed up.
Oh, right.
Messed up.
Messed up.
And everything.
Messed up.
Okay.
So I went there and I just was kind of a terrible person. So it's been a long time. It's been like a year or so.
Ashamed.
So I went there and I'm just like, real tired. It's like, you know what? I just want a massage. It's like, so I see the lady and she's like, oh, I told her I'm going to want an hour. We go behind and she's like,
not you again.
Oh, it's like, that's what I was afraid of. Yeah. And I was like, all right, cool. Everything's going all right. And she's like, oh, it's like, I haven't seen you in a long time.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, I haven't been here in a while. And he's like, oh, how come you don't come? And I go, I've been out of town for work. Just completely
just making
horse shit.
Lying.
Horse shit. She's like, okay. So, laying down. And I'm laying on my stomach, and she's going to work, and she's doing a great job.
Oh, you a big berry looking man.
So she goes,
"You hairy?
She's very hairy.
You very. I hope I no wax for you.
You like that?
No wax now." So she's like, she's doing her thing, and she's asking me like, "Who did I see last time?" And I was like, "I don't remember." I'm like, I'm not paying attention to that. And she's going along, and I'm just like, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I just really want the massage. I really hope she doesn't go and like try and like finish me off. Because also I'm very aware.
So you're not gonna say no if she goes.
Well, at this point I'm like, you know what? I would, because like honestly I'm very aware I'm a dick right now, and it's just like not doing so hot. It's not an attractive penis right now. Yeah. It's just like it's cold. Yeah. I'm chilly, and just like I don't want to do this.
It's got its winter coat on.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like I don't want it. Like I don't want
to. The time.
It looks like a salad.
Oh, he peeking.
So
it looks like a
like turtle.
No, I was gonna go with the eggcorn in bag of beans. Yeah.
So she's going and doing her thing, and it's like she's doing a great job. And then about like 20 minutes in, I'm just like, you know what? I really would like it. If she knocked me off, if she blasted me off. So going along. So then I'm getting even more aware, and I'm like, all right, feels healthy again. Like we're going, juices are flowing, and she flips me over, and I'm like, all right, we're getting to the coup de grace. So she's doing her thing, and she says to me, she goes, "Oh, it's like your leg very big."
What?
And I go, what? It's like your legs are big. I go, yeah, I'm fat.
Oh, Greg's like tree.
It's like, oh, strong. I like. I go,
you're strong like bull.
So she's like starting to rub her fingertips all over me, and she goes, she's doing her thing and everything, and obviously like I'm fully engorged at this point. I'm ready to go. She's got like the towels just like right over the junk. Yeah. And she's like, she goes, "Oh," like acting like kind of like feigned shock.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
it looks like Godzilla.
I'm like, yeah. And she's like, she bops it. She bops it.
She bops it?
She bops it. She go, "Oh."
Like a little bunny?
Like a bunny. And she's like, "You want me to, just says that." And I go, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, no, just keep on bopping it.
And
that's
she's
perfect.
like, okay. So she goes and she gets started.
What do you mean she's bopping it?
She bops
She
it.
like
she
she
goes
like a little bunny.
Like he's a tent, like
it's like a cat playing with the catnip.
Yeah, just like
boop, bopping it around
once.
Knocking it around the floor.
So she does this and she starts going to work. While this is going on, you could hear
a Full Metal Jacket sound clip playing in the background.
Well, this is the interesting part. They're massage parlors always play really terrible music in the background.
Yeah.
And they have they're playing a Japanese like wind instrument version of Sounds of Silence from Simon & Garfunkel. And I noticed it when they're playing Condor Pass, and I'm like, this is pretty amazing. So you can also hear that someone walks into the main lobby in the front, and he's like, "You see my Bluetooth?"
Oh,
why?
No.
It's like, what Bluetooth? What Bluetooth? I don't know what Bluetooth is. He's like, the thing you go in your ear, the cell phone, you use a Bluetooth. So he's rustling around, and I'm just like, she's going to work on me. So like,
You're hearing all this.
I blast off. So it's basically, my blast off moment is basically the equivalent of like your parents walking in at you right when you finish.
Oh no!
So I'm like, all right. So she's kind of like, this is the boss lady that's taking care of me. So she's kind of like, like finishing me off, and then she's like, poking her head out to see if everything's okay, because this woman doesn't understand English. So she's doing her thing. She cleans me up, and usually when you get dressed after this, they leave at this point, then you tip them afterwards. But she's hanging around, so I just kind of wanted to, fuck out of here. So like, because I'm done. I'm done with you, and I want to go.
Is this what's playing?
La Condor Pasa was so that's playing. So I put I take out my wallet and I go to tip her. I usually tip them like $20, whatever. I tip her and she's to go.
I said, "You gave me good
That's
tip
it?
already."
She go, "Lil Mo."
Oh,
I go, really? And I'm like, all right. Like I pull out another $10, and she goes, "Oh, you making me very happy." It's like, I make you very happy. And I'm like, all right. And she's hanging around while I'm getting dressed. I'm taking my time. I'm just like, I just want to get the fuck out of here.
And then she turns around. She's like, "So you want to get dinner later?"
So I'm putting on my glasses, and she looks at me. And she goes, "Very cool.
Oh.
And then I put my
she
jacket.
was in love with you.
And she's holding my jacket this whole time. So, the whole time while I'm getting dressed. So she goes to put my jacket on me, and my watch gets caught in the fucking sleeve. So I have to like tug her a little bit. And she said my beard was beautiful. And I was like, she made me feel so. And I walked down like I'm living like a fucking Woody Allen movie.
That is so bizarre.
That is great though. Rub and tug experiences are so great to listen to.
They're great. It was a really fun time, man. I regret. I regret nothing.
So like he went to Action Park or something.
I regret nothing. Yeah, it was like a beautiful like wind instrument version. Yes. I was like, really? Like, can you buy like cover versions of like in like the Japanese?
So we're actually ending the show today on a rub and tug story.
Yeah, that's a
John.
great story.
So yeah, I don't know how soon I'm gonna be running back to that place. I feel
you got to give it a couple months at least.
I hope so. I mean, they're really good, man. They're really like just with the doctor order.
I mean, I'm sure she's a pro. She's been skilled at it,
And she does this, like she does this method.
Like it feels like well, it is somebody else doing it to you, but
exactly. But still, it's like the ultimate stranger.
It's one finger wrapped around your thumb.
Yeah.
On your hammer.
That's the stranger? Is that the stranger?
Well, no, stranger is when you
numb your hand.
You numb your hand and use your left.
I thought you invert your left.
This is catching. This is like
that's
catching.
the inverted catcher.
Yeah. This is
yeah.
This works sometimes.
I'm sorry, I'm not up on my what they're named. I don't know.
The worst is when you do that and you crouch at the same time. And you look at your fucking stomach and you want to throw up.
Crouching tiger, hidden belly.
Oh, John, back again. Big boy.
You know what? Know what it is? I think because I have the big beard that I stand out. So it's like peacocking. So she like,
probably does like you because you are a bigger man and she's submissive.
Yeah, but I felt so shitty about the whole tip thing. Like I don't like that.
Oh, a little more.
Little more.
What do you give? I don't even know.
I usually give around like $15-$20, but when last time I was there, I was doing really well for myself. So I was like really like greasing him pretty well, and I don't remember what I was giving him. Maybe I was giving him $40.
Oh, wow.
I don't know, but like I don't know, like a massage is like $60 for an hour, $90 for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, and she's trying to convince me to do more time too, and she's like, oh, it's like
I rub that again?
Little before, but this is before we actually got to the whole the hand job part of the segment, and she's like, oh, it's like you want a little more time? I go, no, I'm good with the hour. And she's like, oh, no, me understand. I go, you don't understand, no more time. I guarantee you hear that all day long.
Yeah. Oh, man.
What a great story.
It is a good story.
We should go have an episode from
No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm all about my own take care of myself. But I love, dude, I've had buddies that have gone, when they tell me their stories, they're always hilarious.
No, it is. I really appreciate a really awesome massage, and they do a great job.
Yeah,
like they really you feel great. I feel bruised like today that they do.
Are you nervous going into that when you get to that point?
In the beginning or the end?
No, at the end.
I was like yesterday. I was very aware of my penis, So I was just like really just
like penis awareness day.
Yeah, I was just like really just like. Constantly focusing. I'm trying to like concentrate and just like relax and let go, but at the same time, like, don't want a hand job. What if like when I wasn't here, that's not part of their policy anymore? Like, what if something changed? Because like you never like honestly,
they change owners all the time.
Yeah, like you know what? I fully realized where I am.
And you're wondering if there's a SWAT team outside.
That's the whole thing. Is like when you're in there, like you really know that there is some Korean dude with a machine gun. Like at any moment can just bust in and bust your teeth up.
Yeah.
And when I walked out of the place, a freaking cop drove right by. I'm like, oh man. Like I got nervous and he was just getting pizza across the street. And I'm like, oh shit. Did I do anything wrong? Is there evidence? That's great. Highly recommend it. This is why I come on the show.
Yeah, no, honestly, it was the best part of the show, I think. Other than Andrew, being a scumbag. I'm drinking wine. How you doing?
I'm done.
You a little sauced?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm okay.
Maybe
I have another show right after.
Maybe eventually I'll tell you the story that maybe you want to leave that place. We'll work up to that one.
Oh, no. That probably had to deal with poo or something.
All right.
You're gonna tell us?
I'm ready. Just the tail end of it.
All right.
The thing with the last time I was there, I was really messed up. So when it came time to finish, I couldn't. So what happened is that I remember I was really dirty.
You ended up paying them $500.
No, I was really dirty to them, and I was like very verbal.
Oh, verbally dirty
and touchy feely.
Oh,
and there was no objections or anything like that.
Big bear want to play.
So I couldn't finish off. So she actually had to tag out and get someone to stand in.
She tapped.
She tapped. It's like, hold on, me get help.
Me get help. And they literally tagged. Like one walks in, the other one walks out. They go, now you're in.
It was a pretty honestly flawless transition.
That is amazing. Like her arm got tired or something.
Yeah, dude. I would not go. I think I had to finish myself off. I don't remember.
And you had to give a huge tip because.
Yeah, it's like I'm sorry.
Now you have two of them.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I had a tip for two. I think I tipped $50 or something like that.
God. Tip for two. That's the name of the show.
That's not bad. That's not embarrassing.
At the moment it was.
At the moment
it was a dark period in my life.
You were like the code red at the rub and tug place. Like we got a guy, he's not going.
Oh, master back.
Oh, call in reinforcements.
Oh. You want multiple girl? We get you two girl, big girl, strong.
Do you have the older Asian man there?
No, there's some other place I used to go to.
There's always one guy.
Yeah, I used to know the owner for this place I used to go to, and he was, a really greasy Thailand dude.
I got to get the gimp.
It's like, motorcycle, you buy in America, I'll ship over to Thailand, double taxes. You make a fortune on motorcycle. You come with me, DMV, we get motorcycle license.
Oh, all right. Good job, John Boy.
Thanks.
That was a perfect way to end the show.
The closer.
Yeah. The closer came in. 3 up, 3 down. All right, everybody. Thank you for checking out the Kieran McCann's Lunatic Radio. Thank you to Andrew Zarian. Check us out on Twitter, twitter.com/lunaticradio. Facebook, we're on the Facebook too, Lunatic Radio. Email us at the show, lunaticradio.com. Andrew Zarian on Twitter. Behind the Counter, Fridays at
6:30 p.m.
6 to 8 p.m.
6:30 p.m.
6:30 p.m. That's 3:30 East Coast. Thank you to everybody listening live in the chat room. West Coast. Whatever. You get what I'm saying. They'll figure it out. Behind the Counter, everybody. Great show on the GFQ Radio Network. GFQlive.tv. Guysfromqueens.com. I believe that's everything. LunaticRadio.com show Monday nights. Do that one. All right, everybody. Thank you. Good show today, I think. We got through it. Tomorrow, some more stuff. See ya!